All right, all right, all right. So I want to say thank you guys again for tuning in to part two of the Memories of Us podcast. And as our special guest, Mike, he's here today to tell his story. And if you guys was listening in yesterday, we got really into we got deep into a lot of things. And like I said before, this man's story is amazing. And thank you for tuning in for part two, Mike. Yeah, introduce yourself to the audience for day two, man.
Hello, man. Thank you guys for letting me have here. My name is Mike. Um, I get to meet these wonderful people, and they are helping me so incredibly much within my life. So I am able to say I'm very happy to be here. Um, Thank you guys for even having me, and I get to sling some kick ass, and I get to tell a little bit of who I am, you
Yeah.
know. And it sucks, man, but buckle up because this, this shit's gonna suck, man. But yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm humbled. I'm humbled that you graced us with your story for the first time, man. And like you're also doing something for me as well. Doing these beautiful tattoos. And I know if you guys seen yesterday, this man freehand drew the outline and redid a tattoo that meant something to me. And today, we're gonna do something different. But again, this man is amazing. He's tattooed famous people. He's traveled the world tattooing people, and and sometimes we just don't understand what these artists go through when they're out there. The stress that comes behind it, the unfortunate events that happen. As we're becoming ourselves, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the beautiful part about the journey is the story of helping others understand that there's hope out there, that they're not by themselves. Because our stories, man, it sounds like everyone else's, right? But how many people go out and actually tell their story?
Not a lot.
And
Well, I think they're afraid to.
yeah, and most people are afraid to, because it's a vulnerable spot. You put people in uncomfortable situations, things like that, and people need to understand that it's just not them. It's just not them, man. So we dove into some deep topics yesterday, and yeah, we just want to talk a little bit about suicide.
Yeah.
We've both walked that path, right? You know what I'm saying? And this is such a tough subject that most people don't like to talk about because they're ashamed of, you know what I'm saying, of
But you get past that after
you
a while.
get past it after a while, right? And sometimes
Yeah.
it lingers on, but you have to once you become self-aware.
'Cause you're never gonna forget it.
No. Well, once you start thinking about it, once you actually attempted the act of it, it's something that's consistent.
Yeah.
And coming from someone who has been there, I can say, man, it is consistent. But I'd rather talk about it than to keep it in.
Yeah.
And we've both been there. Let's talk about that a little bit.
All right. So and we'll get on later with this because you said earlier in the introduction, talk about part of this like divorce and things like that,
Right.
which is good, man. This ain't no sad crybaby childlike game, man. This is like for real. But it'll lead into it. So as I tell these pieces, it'll lead into the other pieces later.
Right.
Um, what it was, man, it was I cared so much about somebody that didn't give a fuck about me.
Well, then-
4 years, man, 4 fucking years
Yeah.
of being literally married. None of this like no, you know what I mean. I'm fucking like legal shit,
Right.
and it was the wrong person. She was just the wrong person, man. Um, I kept getting like thrown out of my own home, but and pack your shit and get the fuck out, and I'm not. I was like, fine, fucking whatever, dude, man, that's the shit, and so I always had a backpack packed, I always had one, dude. You know that feeling, motherfucker.
I do.
I had like two of them, dog.
I had one. I had 2 pair of pants. I had 4 pairs of underwear. I had 4 pairs of socks, and that was it. And then my shirts. right?
Shut up, my shaving kit, homie, man. This is my survival
Man,
shit, bro.
At that time, I wasn't even growing hair on my face, right?
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I was growing little speckles. It looked like a spotted leopard and stuff, man. It was crazy. So yeah, man, I know, right? But yeah, man, I always prepared for the worst.
Yeah.
I was so used to bad things happening. I used to think the world had a grudge against me, man. I didn't know.
Yeah,
why.
like we were talking, like I think God's pissed at you.
Yeah, man. I was like, what did I do to piss you
No,
off?
for
this
real.
much?
Like I
know,
seriously still think that.
right. And sometimes I don't think it anymore.
Yeah.
But that took some work. It took me having a different understanding of what my perception of God is,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what He is to me. And once I started seeking that relationship with Him, I realized that He was right there. He was talking to me every time, every step of the way. But of course,
just didn't know it.
Yeah, and I just didn't know it, right? Until
Yeah.
I started paying attention. I was like, wow, He's been guiding me this whole time. So I pursued that relationship with Him.
What's that?
And I still do to this day. Like I don't make a move without Him anymore. I've made moves on my own and had my butt handed to me on so many levels,
every
man.
damn time.
But then it goes back to thinking that when we're going through these things, right? We as we both said, man, I thought God was mad at me. I thought maybe I was a mistake or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But all the things, and it was just like, man, like I cannot believe all of these things are happening.
Yeah.
I've been stripped down to the bare bones.
Just when you think it's fucking done, man,
Right.
it ain't even close to
ain't
being
even
done
close,
with you.
man. Like I remember just years, man, just years and years. Like when I was in the game, I was making a lot of money, right? You know what I'm saying? So I could afford all of these things, but it came with a consequence.
Yeah.
It definitely came with a consequence. I just didn't understand the consequences at that time. But when that came back and hit me, it was like I had to pay for every crack rock I ever sold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every body I've ever fought. All the bad decisions. It was like it was never ending. And I just remember just wandering.
It's a battle you have to keep fighting.
Right. It was that demon,
it's not
man.
going to stop until you. I mean, for me, what I'm going through right now with everything that I, admitting to myself and being real and being able to talk to you guys and, Nate and fucking homeboy, man. I mean, you guys are just amazing people, man. I love you guys. But, to be able to just be like real with somebody and admit things and just be like, you know what, man? Yeah, I fucked up.
Oh yeah. And it happens.
Or, you know what I mean? But to admit, in your life and stop fucking playing games, man. And just be subtle and calm and loving and just drop everything and say, it's time to start over.
Yeah. But sometimes it takes people a little bit to figure that part out. I know it did for me. Getting to the point to where I didn't want to do it anymore. I was so fed up with this world.
Yep.
I didn't, I just felt as if I didn't stop it, it was going to continue.
Yeah.
I didn't know what else to think, right? My stinking thinking had put me in that position to where I was just like, man, you know what? Maybe it is better if I do this.
Yeah, that's what I thought, bro. That's what I thought.
Yeah, man. Right? That point. And I still remember that empty feeling.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, it's a part of us.
Like it'll never go away.
Yeah, it's a part of us.
I mean, like fuck you, ignore it, of course, man. Man, I don't ever gotta feel that way again, especially with what's going on in my life now.
Right. But it's easy to slip back into it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's pretty simple. Things get dismal and dark and old.
Right.
But my shit, man, was getting back to your question, right?
Yeah.
Do you really want to know what the fuck happened that night?
I do. If you're willing to talk about it. If not,
buckle up, homie.
Samantha says you're amazing.
You tell her I love her with all of my heart.
She can hear you.
Well, good. She better. So this is what happened, man. It was snowing outside. It was cold as fuck, brother. And that was probably It was up here in Loveland even. There's probably about 6, 8 inches of snow already on the ground. It was there from like the day before. But you get that dusting, and it's still fucking pounding down. So right there, man, that just changes your whole thought. Because if you're like in a loving situation and everything, you'd be like, oh, the snow is beautiful. When you're in a bad situation, you're like, damn, what the fuck, man?
Oh, I know about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, man. There's a light side, beauty. There's a dark side that's the fucking devil.
Yeah.
And it
Where's
kills
the
you every
chaos?
fucking time, man.
If we allow it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and that's the reason why we're sitting here talking now, because
Well,
we
this is
never
what
allowed
drove
it.
me to it.
Right,
Right. Like, so I went to my homie's house, man, and I was just kicking there, and he let me stay a couple nights there, and great guy, man. Again, I don't name drop, but it's a great fucking guy, dude. I've known him ever since, we were children, but he was a lot younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually hung out with my ex-girlfriend's little brother, and they were skaters. And, like, it was great, man. It was neat. And this was like fucking 30 years ago. But he ended up being my friend, man, like so dope. And I love this guy, man. And I watched him lose his mom, and this guy just fucking fell apart. And his mother was just the greatest, with my alcohol addiction, everybody notices fucking me as being like, oh, he's the dude that's always got a beer in his hand or a fucking bottle of wine, you know what I mean?
right.
And like, you wanted to get away from that shit. Like, like, don't hide it, just fucking get away. Well, she would always take whatever I was drinking away from me. Like, I'm talking, homie, man, just like rip it out your hand. And she's like, nope. And she always had another hand with a giant fucking plate of food. And she said, you are not allowed to drink anymore until you eat all of that. Now, talk about some love, dude.
That is love.
That's like crazy shit, right? Well, she passed away, man. Bless her soul. But, I watched Danny go through it for now. It's been about 3 years. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say his name, but yeah, whatever. But it's changed him a lot, But I'll tell you what, man, he is one of the best people I've ever met in my life. So I was actually in his house, man. This is some fucked up shit. I told you, buckle up. They were outside doing their thing, man, and one of the other homeboys, man, he brought over, and I don't drink hard alcohol, It's just something that I quit years and years and years ago. But he brought over this. It was a fucking gallon of some sort of weird Russian vodka. And I was like, get the dough. And I had a shit ton of shrooms on me, man. So I took like 2 giant handfuls of shrooms, man. Just like gobbling that shit, bro. And I took that bottle to the face, dude, as much as I possibly could. Then I put it down, and I'd slam it some more, and I'd put it down. And I'd slam it some more, and I'd put it down. And this was just repetition. But the thoughts that were going through every time that I would eat mushrooms, smoke a bunch of weed, drink a bunch of hard alcohol, those intermissions of where am I at? Nowhere.
Yeah.
I had nothing. And all I could think about was the life that I used to have. But you know what? Like, that life doesn't matter anymore.
It does.
That shit doesn't fucking matter anymore. Because that's like, man, that shit was yesterday. Not literally yesterday, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That shit was like, shoot, fly, fuck, don't bother me, man. Like, I'm about sick of this bullshit. And you already know, motherfucker.
I'm already know, man.
You're
Like,
cracking up over there. I see you're like,
because when you said that, I was actually thinking to myself, like, man, do you know how much of my past that, like, I don't have to advertise on me anymore.
right.
I still with the memories of it.
Yeah.
But I appreciate them.
Yes.
In a way to where
it's kind of a sick way, but you
me.
have to have it.
Right. It's part of me, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't forget. You just don't forget the things that you see.
Ever.
You don't forget the people that you meet.
Yep.
Because they were here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Live that life. Been there, done it. And it's it's just a part of me that reminds me to stay humble.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? To have gratitude for everything that that life throws me, even the challenges, because now I'm starting to understand the challenges, walking that walk and everything, having to figure it out.
Aren't you glad you got to?
I am. I'm glad. I
Damn,
really,
I'm happy
you
I
know
got
what?
to.
I'm glad I never ran from it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I stayed in the process, because now I realize that
Don't
that's
leave,
all it
man.
was.
Embrace
That's
it.
all it was, right? And there was many times, man, I just wanted to give up and I wanted to run. I didn't know where I was going to go. You know what I'm saying? It was either go back home, and the process is going to continue.
Right.
But there was a sense of, I don't want my family to see me going through this. So I hid,
or ever be an influence,
or ever
on
be
them either, especially
well,
the little ones, man.
right?
Like,
You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't want them to see that,
Yeah.
because you can't stop the process once it starts. It's going to happen either here or there. Once it starts, though, it's no stopping it. So all the chaos that came along with it, the homelessness, you know what I'm saying? Just the pure depression,
despair.
It was a part of me that I was very, very ashamed of. I was very ashamed of. I was like, man, if my family could see me now, and that's all I could think was, I just need to stay away from them.
Yeah.
They don't need to see me like this.
And then you become a different person. Because,
I became a loner.
Well, yeah, not only a loner, but pretty much an outside, and like, what would you say? Like, what is that? What is the word for people that won't go anywhere? They're
Introvert.
Introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I was searching for. But you become like an literally outside, fucking introvert.
Yeah, and that's what it was. I mean, I avoided people for a very long time after I started that walk, right? So once I left the games,
walk,
I was thrown into a world where I had to reevaluate my survival strategy.
Yeah.
Because I left a place where it really made sense to me, how to survive. But then after a while, it's just like, if I don't walk away now, I'm going to die.
Well,
and that's exactly what it was, right? I was like, if I don't walk away now, I am not going to make it.
But you don't know how you're going to fucking make it out, man. How you know you ain't going to get thrown back in the joint,
right?
And then you die in there. That's a fucked up way going out.
That is,
but
it's a reality,
that, dude. I'd rather
it was a reality, though, right? That's the reality that we face with it.
Yeah.
And so it was like, once I got past that point, it was like, all right, I've made my decision.
Yeah.
But the silver lining is that it did take me out of that environment. I had to change my environment, and it put me in a totally different environment. But during that process, in between that gap of figuring out where I was going to go, there was confusion. There was confusion. I lost hope. I was for one, I was lonely. But then I learned how to just be with myself.
Yeah, but you gotta wait for the right person.
But see, they never came.
Being lonely, I mean, it's terrible. But you wait for the right person, man. These shit, they
never.
They'll pop out on you like you have no idea.
See, that was the part of me that I never really let open.
Yeah.
I always told myself I was better off on my own. So, but there was a sense of reality that came along with that. Like, what I'm saying, the further, like what I'm doing right now, I have to be in a totally different mindset.
Yeah.
I have to survive. I'm homeless.
Yeah.
I have nothing. It's not like I can go back to where I was, because people don't get that, right?
Yeah, I understand it.
And it's not for them to understand. It was my choice. So I had to once I removed myself from there, it just became one of those things where I was just like, I have to redo and rethink everything. Yeah. But right now, I have to figure out where I'm going to sleep. I have to figure out where my next meal is going to come from. I have to figure this out.
Yeah.
And I cannot reach out for help. No one cares about what you're going through. And that's how it was. That's the first time I ever gave up.
That's how it always is, man.
first time.
Nobody gives a fuck about me anyway, homie.
And that's what I always
dude,
thought to
ain't gonna
myself.
but I ain't gonna go crying to somebody, man. You know,
And that's
and
what it was. I had to man up,
even
right?
when you do, nobody gives a shit. But
you
check it
know
out. It's
how
like
many
they
men
don't
say
know
that?
you no more, homie. They're like, oh, my bad.
Well, you know, when I
they
see
back
people
off,
turn
like,
their backs
fuck
on
you,
me,
man. Like,
and it was like when I seen people turn their backs on me, I was okay with them turning their back.
hell
on me.
no, dude. I was
It
like, I know
gave
who
me
the fuck you
it
are
gave
now.
me a reason to walk away, right? And it gave me a reason to just venture further down this road to where I knew I wasn't going to come back, not without help anyway, right? You know, like
we come back all we want, but man, it's our choices.
Yeah.
It's our
Well,
choices
it's-
what we do.
I made a lot of bad choices, right? You know, so getting to the first suicide attempt that I ever did, you know, I remember grabbing a little piece of money, man. I did something. I paid for it dearly, but I did something since the survival. You got it, I need it.
Yep.
And I'm coming to get it.
Yep.
You know, and I did.
Yep.
And so I remember sitting there, man. I was 3 days on a 3-day binge, you know, alcohol binge. You know, I'm just drinking, man, because I'm just like I still have to figure out my next move. You know what I'm saying? Where do I go from here? Like I'm right back out on the streets. I've only had a couple of days. I was like, you know what?
Have you ever figured out, like, dude, we're so like fucking stupid, man. We're like, how am I gonna afford this shit? But we can always afford alcohol. Like, what the fuck is this, man?
But
Like,
no, but I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. It was so, see, on the inside of me, man, I was fighting all these demons from being active, you know, for so many years. I was fighting those demons, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't walk away from that mentally.
Oh, it never goes anywhere.
Yeah, it never goes anywhere, and that's what I was doing.
You can move your life on, but I mean, you still gonna have that.
No, dude, I was so distant from people. I used to look at people as either a victim or someone else who's going to try to get me. You didn't have a chance in the world with me. I always thought that, like, the closer you trying to get to me, the more suspicious I was of you.
Most fucking definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you getting close to me for?
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I would have to put that arm up, like, no, dude, like, you stay over there, because as soon as you try something, I don't want you to take it personal if I have to do something.
I'm still like that.
You know, and it became one of those things, and it became my daily life. And I ran across great people, right? But I treated them all the same way because I didn't know what their intentions were towards me. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, man, like, I've had my closest people that I held dearly to me try to kill me.
Yeah. Oh man, I can tell you a story about that one. That'll be like hearing about fucking 25 sentences.
Oh, you want to start putting on the stencil?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
What I want to do is,
are we still doing this? And
I just want to
everything?
tell you a little bit. You know, you asked me a question, so I'm gonna kind of
go
finish
ahead.
it up, man. About the first fucking. This is bullshit, dude, man. But I have to be able to say it, man. Like, I ought to be able to talk about it, and maybe one of these days, maybe somebody else would listen to it and say, "Well, fuck, man, I felt that way too," or maybe they won't. Whatever. But hell, man, it might save someone's life. You know, you never know. But so I told you about that. You know, like the drinking and mushrooms and like smoking all this weed and like being all crazy. I used to always carry knives with me. I don't carry any more knives. Not a knife on me at all, brother. And that was just recent because of you know, the situation I was in. You know,
Right.
I didn't give a fuck, man. And I was like, so throughout all the alcohol and the drug use, as I was doing it that night in my buddy's house, they were outside talking shit and doing whatever, and so I always used to carry knives, and I like skinning knives. You know, I'm talking real hunting fucking skinning knives, man. Like, I'm talking those little tiny motherfuckers. Like, I slit your ass up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'd always carry one, and I'd always have one in my ankle too. You know, probably another one in my pocket. You know, because I'm just, you take one, I got two more, motherfucker. You know,
Okay.
but Yeah, man. Throughout all that, what I did was I went like this once, and I breathed like I'm doing now, man. I put my hands on my head, and I was like, "Fuck this, dude!" I fucking whipped out my knife, man, and I crossed my arms above my head like this, dude. I was like, "Fuck this, man. Goodbye, everyone. I love you." It was like a shower. Fucked up, bro. I mean, it was like a shower. The doctor said that I cut myself so deep that I have knife marks on my bones. And that was just one hit. I wasn't trying to saw myself up. I was just like, fuck. Done. Man. That's bad, dude. You know what was crazy? You know who saved my life? My mom, man. Because she was on the phone when I was talking to her on speaker, and I was just like, I didn't want to tell her shit, dude. I was just like, fuck it, goodbye. And yeah, all that shit happened, dude. But she's the one that called 911, man. She got him over there. She's from Fort Collins, but she got him up a town away to rescue me in time to save my life.
Wow.
So,
You had an angel in disguise, man.
My mother is she was my angel. You know, I have so many others as well. I have one that I love so dearly right now, and she's my angel as well. She knows who I am.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't succeed, man. I'm glad that you
She's so beautiful.
I'm glad that you're still here, man, because you have a very good soul, and you know, like, wow. When you think about it, like, a lot of people don't know how we get there, and it's the one thing I always try to remind people: when men attempt suicide, we don't just attempt; we're aggressive in our nature.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna do it, and this is how it's gonna happen. Like, you don't half step about it, man. Like I'm blessed, like you are, to be here. The first time I tried, the gun didn't go off.
Good, fucking good. I'm glad it didn't, man. Because then you and I wouldn't be able to talk.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Dude,
like, the first time I tried, when I was just like totally just like, I'm done. Yeah. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm tired of looking over my shoulders. I am tired of being shot at.
That's just a thing within itself,
right? You know what I'm saying?
Looking over your fucking shoulders,
right? You know, because I got everybody.
Damn.
You know, like, I don't know who's going to try to.
You're from a different set, too, man. Exactly. I'm like, oh hell no, dude. So I don't even want your life, big dog. Dude, I love it, man, but I don't want that.
We had it coming from everywhere. Like, we had these people from over here, we had these people from over here, these people from over here. You know what I'm saying? And just getting down the street to try to make money, hustle, right? You know, like, you don't know who's going to run up on you.
Oh, fast. Man,
you know how many people I had to run up on me, man? Like, and just get me off on the side, and I had to turn around like, come on, man, come here. And they look at me because I'm like, dude, you started this. You could have just left me alone. Like, but I get it. It's on site with us, right? So, okay, not only am I going to take care of my business, but I'm going to take care of you and your friends too.
Yeah, for real.
And I was tired of it, dude. I was tired of, like, my knuckles. It got to a point my hands hurt.
Oh, yeah.
You know, constantly fighting. Like,
well, I mean,
the continuous battle. Yep. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, what do you think people would look at our neighborhoods like?
Oh, honestly, my God, dude.
You see, you got those like, you know, people. No, like, if they were to drive through our neighborhoods, they'd be like, all right, ice cream man's here. There's a fucking ice cream truck. This motherfucker's over here getting wrapped up. This motherfucker's getting drug busts, and this dude's beating this old lady, and kids are still out playing. Dude, like, what the fuck?
And it's
come on, it's like a circus, dog. Don't fucking lie.
This should be crazy, man. Like, if some people has those hood stories and things like that, I'm pretty sure they have stories just like that. Like,
damn straight,
and
they do.
You have that one person that sits back and just watches everything, and they have a whole book like, fuck. And that was me too, dude. Like, I was always the guy in the hood. I used and watch the homies do stuff over here, homies over here, and things like that.
So much get wrapped up
Somebody,
over there.
man,
Like,
it was so crazy, right?
every day,
On a daily basis.
every single day.
Sun up to sundown. Sundown is when you had to worry about it. Sun up, cops wouldn't usually mess with us in the summertime.
Because then you had to hear helicopters at
Yeah,
night when you're trying to fall asleep. You're like, man,
But
fuck, dude, really?
Dude, oh my God, man. Oh my God, man. The crazy, crazy stuff, man. Like, if people knew a fraction of the Avengers,
Yeah, most definitely.
they would sit back and laugh like, what in the world? Like,
Dude, they wouldn't even know what the fuck to think,
dude,
to be honest.
when I tell people, I used to hang out in a house. I ain't gonna mention his name, but he was a good man at the time.
Name drop.
And I want to say with him, rest in peace. But he ran a whole house. So all my and I never had been introduced in that world before, right? I had seen bits and pieces of it, which was a sense of curiosity. I remember the first time I seen anything about Pimps and Hoes was the movie The Mac.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Beautiful movie, right? But I never understood it, right? But then as I got older, I started running across people. I'm like,
get the fuck out of here, dude.
this really happens.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. But then
on a daily basis,
on
bro.
a daily basis. But I seen how that lifestyles intertwine because the same girls, was my homegirls. They just had a different profession, or profession. And they didn't have any shame about it or anything like that. And I just watched it. I was like, hey, it's your choice. That's what you do. But then I seen the men behind the scenes. And I think that's where I had a really big distaste for it because it was something that I didn't agree with for the longest time. Yeah. And so I don't want people to think that, it was just something that came along with the territory. And I say that because at some point down the road in my life, it intertwined again. Yeah. And it was just
comes back to haunt your ass, man.
It came back to teach me.
Well, I think so. Teach too, but haunt as well.
Well, haunt because there's certain decisions that you have to make when you start going down that rabbit hole. You dig what I'm saying? And so. Yeah, man, it was just, watching it. But I used to sit back and just watch stuff, man. There was one time, okay, so the night that I got caught and got sent, on my way to prison, first time, 24 years old, I had walked away from everything, right? What I'm saying? And I was literally living in another town, and I started working moving furniture. And it was like, okay, I stayed away from it for a while. I was doing really well. I was making really good money. Had some really good friends, and that's what we was talking about this tattoo back here. One of my best friends. He was
I'm gonna deck that one out. Yeah, just like I did that one.
See, and you do good work. So I don't know if anybody can see this, but you guys are gonna get to see him do it again. But it was, and I went back because I had a friend who was a bounty hunter who was looking for someone. And I just so happened to still have ties, right? You know what I'm saying? I knew people that could help me out, find them, right? No, but the dude deserved it because I didn't have no sympathy for him. This man killed like 2 of his kids. Oh, fuck all that. You go get him before somebody else does. Go. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell you exactly where he is. He's over here. So, I helped the bounty hunters out, and because it came with a pass too, right? So back then we kind of bartered. I was like, dude, if this dude did this, yeah, y'all need to get him before somebody else does, and sent them over there. As we're doing this, I'm out here and I see all of the homies, man, and that feeling came back like I shouldn't be here. Oh yeah, man. Something bad is going to happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I knew it too, man. Like I knew it because I've been running from a warrant. You know what I'm saying? So in the city that I'm in, I'm trying to tell the homeboy, hey, like, we gotta go, dude. Like, y'all can take it from y'all can take it from here, but I need to go, man. Like, I got a warrant. They've been looking for me for quite some time. And as we're doing it, just like freaking clockwork, I'm watching this happen. Dude comes up in the house, comes to go buy some drugs. I'm looking at the homeboy. Somebody recognizes this dude, and I even recognize the dude. And from that point, I stood back, and it was like, he's a snitch. And my man tried to run out the house. Everybody ran out the house behind him. Now I walked out and I told the guy in the house, I was like, you probably need to lock this down because the cops are coming. Now I'm watching the homeboys chasing down the street. From that time, I knew it was a setup.
Yeah, I'm like, you paid me a picture over here. I'm going like,
yeah, I knew it was a setup.
What the fuck were you in all of it?
I was the one sitting back watching everybody run this way, chasing dude. And so I walk out to the middle of the street. I look down. I see the cops coming up the other side of the street. No lights on, no nothing. Comes and parks right in front of me. I'm watching these two, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? They're watching me. The homeboy comes up. He was like, "What's up?" You know, and I was like, "Cuz there's the cops." This man turns around and looks at him and goes, "Where?" I say, "Right there." In front of your face, dude. And he looks at me and then he goes, "Oh, shit," you know, and he bolts, right? And you know what I'm saying? When he bolts, I'm looking at the dude because my man, he jumps out the passenger. One of the cops jumped out the passenger seat of the car. And my whole mind, now I got on work boots. I just got off work from moving furniture. I got my moving gloves in my pocket. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. At that time, I was probably about 245 pounds. I was looking healthy. I was feeling good. It was one of the times I succeeded and got off the streets.
I never weighed that much in my life, motherfucker.
But that was lightweight though, man. And my man, the cop looks at me, and I'm looking around. As I'm looking around, and the cop looks at me down the street, I hear this big old thump, and I knew from the sound of it what it was.
Ooh, what was it?
It was a gun. Somebody down the street threw a gun in the back of the truck. And I did like this.
You know that sound.
Yeah, I knew the sound. I knew the sound. Because now you got everybody running back this way, but now they're seeing everything.
You saw something in a river or in a fucking
right, but we was on the street. Man. We was on the side street down in Denver. Yeah. Right? And so when I heard the sound, I just did like this. I was like, oh, I got a warrant. They're going to pin this on me.
Yep.
Well, I knew it. They was going to pin this on me. So my first instinct was, well, now you're going to have to catch me. Yeah. As I'm running down the street, all the homeboys is running this way. Man, my man looked at me and was like, "Don't you run." I'm gone. I hit the corner on them. I'm still running. I ran around the block. Now, if I would have kept going, what I didn't know is that there was one of my other homeboys down the street in the car waiting for me to get through the corner so we could drive off. Now, here's what they didn't know. As I'm running around the corner, I noticed a cop catty corner from where we are. The homeboys is running back this way. This cop is watching me. The one that I'm running from, he's not even caught up with me just yet. So I figure I would dip in between his houses where it's dark at, right? Well, my man saw me, and I knew it was a dumb move, and I was like, "Well, I'm going to jail." Because my man saw me.
They wrap you up or what?
Well, this is where it got interesting, right? So my man runs up. And he's looking, the other cop pulls up, and I know he saw where I went to, so now he's eyeballing me, so I'm trying not to move. But now I got to move because now there's a dog on the other side of the fence that's sniffing. Dude, yeah. And I've seen this dog before, and I'm like, if he has, this dog is huge, so I can't jump the fence.
Shepherd.
So no, it was a big old pit bull mastiff.
Fuck that, dude.
Dog was a beast, man. Yeah, that dog was a beast. So I knew it at that moment too. I was like, this is not going to end well for me.
So how did it go?
When they came up, they standing right there. My man jumps out the car. He's talking to his partner. I could hear him. And finally, he pulls his gun. He was like, "Come out the dark." So I get up.
You're like,
yeah, I get up, dude. And I'm just like, because my man was mad because he had to chase me and he wasn't going to catch me.
He's all sweaty.
Yeah, he was mad. Did you see where he went? He was like, "Yeah, I saw him." He's running around. I was like,
"Oh, what I did?"
Man. So that was the night that I came to a very harsh realization about my life, because that was the night the cops put a bullet in my back.
Ooh, you got shot on me?
Well, they shot me. So I come out and everything because he pulled his gun. I get down on the ground, and I'll tell you how strange this is. God must have been looking over for me, right? So I come out. My man's looking around. There's nobody around. He tells his partner, "Get him." And my dude says, "We should have killed him a long time ago."
Fuck you.
And I felt the bullet hit. And it came through. And I felt my insides hit the pavement. And I was just like, fuck. And I couldn't. And he was like, if he moves, hit him again.
Yeah.
Like this time, shoot him in the back of his head. Why they shot me in the back, I don't know.
because you was already down.
Right. Well, it would have
That's
looked like
what I
as
did.
if I was running because all they had to do once I took my last breath was move me to another location, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We've seen this shit happen before.
Yep.
And so I'm
Lots.
sitting up there, and my man was like, if he moves again, shoot him in the back of his head. So I stood, as bad as it hurt, I stayed there, man, and I'm sitting up here trying to hold everything in. And it's burning. It's just burning. Like my insides is on the pavement. Lady across the street, and I thank God about this one. The lady across the street heard what was going on, saw me laying down on the ground. She runs out, right? And she was like, don't shoot him again. Do not do that. That boy is laying down on the ground. Yeah. And when she did that, I started like, ma'am, thank you so much. Called her. She was like, don't worry, baby. So he knew I was alive. And dude, before I got in the ambulance, the dude told me, he was like, we're going to get you. We're going to get you. Wow. So not only did that happen to me, but then the next steps after that, that's when I ended up going and doing my 5 years. So I went into the Battle Dome, you know what I'm saying, out west, you know.
I know all about that.
Yeah, I went out west going through the Battle Dome with a hole in me.
Ooh.
So the realization of, you know what I'm saying, like, I can't never escape this. If I don't get killed by my rivals, the cops are going to kill me.
Yep.
So I went and sat down. I did my 5 years, man. You know what I'm saying? It made me better. It gave me time to think to where, even though you're in such a confined space, you know, I didn't have a lot of problems. Yeah. I didn't have a lot of problems with people. You know what I'm saying? The only problem was I got blamed for a lot of stuff, bulldogging, so they would deny my parole and stuff like that. You know,
see, I got
blamed.
Problems either, man, because half my fucking family was in there, homie.
See, and I had none
I
of
was
that.
just like, shit.
I had none of that.
Like family reunion.
When I upstate the first time, I only knew people from the brick, but by that time they had already clicked up with their own sets and everything. Yeah. So I was pretty much, even inside of there, I was a lone wolf. Yeah. You know, I had to watch my back.
Well, doing shit alone is
no, well, I'm not. What I look like, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to go click up with another hood.
Oh no,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go do that. So I'd rather stand on my own 2 feet.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Doing shit alone.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. I'd rather sit in here alone, and then, you know what I'm saying, you guys figure it out. You know. But again, my reputation preceded me, and so people knew me from the streets. There was a lot of people that didn't like me. So you know, the adventures of being behind bars, right?
Oh, dude. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I got shit off like all kinds of shit, dude. But
it contributed.
It made me think and realize, you know, about like shit that was like you're saying, you know, like it was a learning situation. Like,
right.
All right, man, this sucks. Fucking tomorrow's gonna suck even fucking worse. You know what I'm saying, dude?
This is gonna suck, dude.
Like, I ain't even supposed to talk in there, dude. It's like, what the fuck, man? Why can't I just hang out with a cool ass cat, man? Like, what the fuck?
But you know, the mentality of that we had back then. Yeah. We were so embedded.
I really didn't, man. Like, I did.
But see, I was
like, dude, why the fuck? Like, we're all fucking bangers, homie.
Yeah,
like, no, what the fuck, man? Why are we all just one? This
is true.
But I guess we gotta have somebody to fight. So.
Come on, man. That's the way it's always been. you know what I'm saying? We gotta have somebody. We gotta, you know, like everybody's trying to take over, do this, that, and another. And that's exactly how it is, right? You know what I'm saying? You got Aryans over here. They're teamed up with the
Mexicans. Fuck you up, too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They selling dope over here. We gotta deal with them, and especially if you're a gang or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? You gotta. There's a way that you have to do things. There's a way that you have to move. And stuff like that.
Critical movements and moments.
Right. It's like playing chess, man. And I really, when I finally understood that it was like playing chess, it was like, man, I don't want to play chess anymore.
Yeah, fuck all that, man.
You know what I'm saying? So when I was released, they thought I was coming back. I was like, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm done. I'm done with this. we're not going to do this anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, I'm going back over direction, here. I got to go in a different direction, man.
Well, so, that's why I said, you know, when I was telling you last night, I was on my bottom bunk, man. It was just me and my cell, man. My fucking cell got moved out. You know, because he was just a chump ass fucking punk. But I couldn't put up with that shit. I was like, dude, I'll fucking kill this motherfucker. Get him out of here, dude. You know, get him out of my house, dude. And like, this is bad. But You know, I prayed that night, and I just said, please God, and I was so serious, like, take me out of this, take this away from me. I don't want to do this any longer. I don't want my life like this.
Yeah.
Please, Jesus Christ, help me. Please, my Lord, my God, help me. And I had this feeling of like so sovereign. It was like more of a different peaceful feeling that came over me, man. And it was really cool. And I was like, wow, man, this feels good. And you know what I did, man? Instead of laying there, dude, and reading the fucking bullshit that everybody scratches on the top. Man? You know what the fuck I'm talking about, brother? That's like our TV shows at night, motherfucker.
Man,
You already know. But you know what I'm saying, Gene? Instead of doing that, bro, this is what I did, man. I covered up on my fucking prison blankets, bro. Crossed my arms like this, man. I put another blanket underneath, Well, you already know about all that shit, too, man. Just to kind of be comfortable. And I talked to God till I fell asleep. I said, please, man, help me. And you know what? Do you know how quickly I fell asleep? It was he was right there. And I know it.
See, I found out that later on in life.
Yep, I know it.
You know what I'm saying? I found that out. Because when I was sitting in solitary confinement, man, I just read every book that I could read. It wasn't like I was going anywhere, right? You know what I'm saying? Even out in the yard, you got a 6x6 cage.
Okay, why not, man?
Why not run around?
Tell yourself some stories.
You can tell yourself some stories, right? But I never told myself stories, man. It was like I had to block out every single thing because I knew what was coming. I got 2 years left. This is where I'm going to be at.
And well,
you know
so you had
like,
2 solid years.
Yeah, I had 2 solid years left out of a 5-year sentence. I did 3 in GP, but they bounced me around so much with different.
Oh yeah, because they kept fucking
bulldogging and stuff like that. I'm like, stuff I didn't even do. I just knew every time that it turned around, they was going to be charging me with something. And so I was like,
you're a big ass motherfucker, dude. And you were like,
I was
hanging out in a clique, dude. And they're gonna be like, all right, easy target,
right?
Bro.
And it was just like every time I turned around, I was like, all right, cool. This is what we're doing then. So I bounced from this one to this one. I ended up in Supermax. Then
dude. I never got there.
I wasn't even supposed to be there.
How was it?
Oh, dude, Supermax ain't no joke.
We're gonna lay this down.
Supermax, you locked down.
But aren't you 23 hours a day, right?
Yeah. Well, depending on where you are.
23 hours a day, and
depending on where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like your hour a day can be you coming out and they bringing around the shower so you can have a shower and stuff like that.
Or yard.
But everything else is inside your room. Like
then you get to be in a little fucking quick dog kennel and chew baskets.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that ain't even a fucking yard.
And that's all it is.
I can't see shit. All I can see is clouds, the sky, and all that's gonna do is fucking piss me off and make me even meaner.
Well, and I think that's the part of my life where I started to appreciate the silence. I started appreciating the silence that it was, right? And then I got deeper into being an introvert. Like I didn't want to be around people, right? I didn't want to be around people anymore because there was a sense of ignorance that I couldn't deal with.
Well, yeah, fucking. Oh man,
it was like
there's still that sense of ignorance I can't fucking deal with every damn day, bro, from other people. But but wasn't it? Let me ask you this though. Wasn't it like for me anyway? I ain't trying to interrupt you. I'm sorry, brother.
No, you're good.
But what I'm trying to say is, I guess sort of my portion of it was like feeling like you don't belong anymore.
Yeah.
Feeling like I'm not.
I've always felt that way
here.
I've always felt that way.
But even talking to them, brother, even talking to them was like. I felt like I was the fucking ignorant one. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was the one who was stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't gifted enough to be able to even talk to these people.
Is that good for you?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I felt bad. I looked at things as going like, I'm the stupid one here. They're not. I am.
Right.
So what it did is it fucking crushed me, man. To the point of like, dude, I'm not good enough for anything anymore. You know what I mean? So it fucking killed me, homie. Like it really fucking killed me. All right, so I'm gonna need you right about. Yeah, let's. All right, perfect. All right, hold your arm right there. Ooh, you're gonna get some ditch tattoo, motherfucker. You ain't gonna like me.
All right, it's all good, man. So what he's doing right now, he's putting a stencil on, and it's a tattoo of his lion's head, and that's going to cover up one of my old tattoos that I used to have. And those that know me knew I was in the game for a very long time, and we're going to get rid of that. You know, it's time for a new start. It's time to have a different life where people aren't constantly judging you over your past mistakes. And I've got my past mistakes, but I don't, as I try to tell everyone, I don't regret anything I've ever done. Every choice I've ever made, I was man enough to own up to it. And I wouldn't change it for the world, because it makes these parts of our lives, these chapters, they make up who we are, right? You know what I'm saying? It helps build that character. But also it shows you who you're meant to be, and I've always associated.
You feeling me up?
I ain't feeling you. You over here moving my head. Look at that. Oh my God. Y'all see this?
Dog, hey,
y'all
man, motherfucker, you ain't got no stamps. You ain't got shower shoes. You ain't got no damn ramens, homie. I mean, well, fuck, man. We working this deal like I'm
That's just wrong.
These guys are gonna be like, I don't know what they're talking
I don't know what
We don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, excuse us. Sorry.
No, you gotta have some fun with it, man. You gotta definitely have some fun with it. But yeah,
I'm telling you right, man. Straight right here. This motherfucker's gonna be dope as fuck, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like, I threw that down, man. Watch. I'm gonna throw this main. You ain't never gonna know that shit was there, dude. I'm gonna cover this shit up. All right, so if we can get one of our background men here, one of your background cats, to actually, if you could do like a picture of this, or we could get it like something filmed in really fast. No, I already got this. But what we're covering up. So here's the stencil.
Get a pre-picture.
Here's what we're gonna get rid of. And by the time this is done, you ain't never gonna know that shit was there. And everybody, like, they should tell them to comment. Be like, comment
down below.
So pre-picture here.
So this is what it looks like right now. And I don't know if you guys can see that, and those that know, they know.
That was just a stencil that was laid.
This is the stencil that was just made.
I got pissed.
Sorry, everybody. I know my butt's in front of camera. I'm enjoying my butt.
All right, so he's going to go relieve himself, and when he comes back,
I will have those posted up for people as well on the.
Yeah, so you guys get to see some pre-work. You guys going to see a whole lot of other stuff going on as well, and I hope you guys are enjoying the conversation.
A little further to the right as well. Okay. Turn this way so we still got the lighting. All right.
So I'm truly excited, and he's going to be back here in a little bit. And so if you guys need to get up and go grab something to drink, I hope you guys are enjoying the conversation. And yeah, we're going to see you guys here real soon. All right, and thank you guys for tuning in.
Just going to do a quick break, and we will be right back.
All right. So thank you guys for staying tuned in. And after this little short break, we got the stencil put on. Mykk is going to start tattooing, and we're going to just talk a little bit more about mental health and suicide and Well, and how he got
Whatever we
into
can.
tattooing famous people and traveling and things like that. Because I
Oh,
think
hey,
that's
all right.
intriguing and stuff like that. And
Figure out how
so, yeah.
Yeah, if I can figure out how my fucking glasses work here. Everybody's like, damn, dude, how many times is this fucking idiot gonna do that shit? A bunch.
I think that's amazing, though, man. You know.
So, what are your questions, my brother?
All right.
Oh shit, here we go.
Here we go. All right, time to have some fun.
Don't touch my wiener either,
Hey,
bro.
you know what? You keep it up, okay?
Dude.
You like it.
You're like, you like
There's something wrong with y'all, man. There's something wrong with y'all.
You guys are deceiving. I'm trying to do this like, and you guys talking about wieners and shit.
You guys were professional.
Hey, I'm a professional over here.
Yeah, I was just saying, this is the first time the direction of the show is
Just talking shit. Just talking shit, man. Just talking shit.
But it's cool though, because you know, like you're in your element, man.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, like we talked about the suicide aspect
Yeah.
and everything like that. You know, let's talk about the mental health that goes along with that. You know,
All right.
how we suffered, the things that women don't know that we deal with, as far as the depression, the anxiety, the guilt, the shame, for even thinking thoughts like that.
Yeah.
And it just comes from just years and years of just built up chaos.
Well, and also anxiety.
Yeah.
You know, these things that you don't want to have within you any longer. You know, even when you say, you know, I got this. Like it's hard to get this.
It really
It
is.
really is, man. You know, it's but you know, to me, it's different. You know, I get to see people and I get to love them in a different aspect. You know,
Yeah.
and things will always be, you know, the way that they are. You know, definitely. But to be able to do something different,
Yeah.
to care more, to love more. You know, I mean, something like that to me is it's very big. So, like, you know, besides the suicide effect, you know, which is extremely huge, and that just will never go away. Not because I want to do it, is because it's like, fuck, man, it was there and I couldn't escape that shit.
Right.
You know, it wasn't something I wanted. I didn't fucking ask for this shit. That's for damn sure.
No, I don't think anybody really asked for it, man. I just think we don't recognize it.
Yeah, and it's scary when it fucking shows up at your doorstep.
Because it's like, why am I thinking this? You know, especially if you got everything good going on in your life. You know, like it's like.
Well, I didn't, but I
know most of us don't.
You know, but
most of us don't. But there are people out there that have everything good going on in their life, and they still get to that point to where they just feel like they can't do enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The overthinker, right?
That's what I am.
Yeah.
I must admit it, dude. I must admit it, because I do have that overthinking tendencies, you know, but not really wanting to overthink, but having those overthinking thoughts. So you're overthinking and then overthinking again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's something that's it's very difficult to struggle with. That's for damn sure.
It's very true.
You know, because you don't know what's going to hit you next, man.
Oh yeah, man. Like I never understood how many directions that thing could come from.
Yeah.
Especially because I never really thought about my mental health.
Yep.
Right. I never really thought that these things that I was experiencing, you know, these emotions was ever normal.
Yeah.
Like it was like I got to stay away from people. You know, like if anybody sees me like this, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm
like,
in
what
trouble.
are they going to think? I'm in trouble.
Yep.
Like, I gotta figure this thing out, man. And I think that's that was part of the journey of me becoming Tony, right? And along the ways, it kind of helped mold my thinking. Because like yourself, like I'd rather love people where they at. I'm not trying to get you to come where I'm at. I love you right where you are, man. Because I want people to feel like they're worth it. Because I know what it feels like to feel like you're not.
Yeah.
Fail.
It's not a fun place to be in, man.
It's not a fun place to be, man. And the men out there, they need to, I feel that they need to start opening up. Because if not, it's a hard road by yourself. You can't do it alone. You cannot do it alone. I mean, there
sure
are
anybody says, bro. I don't
Yeah.
think anybody says.
No, man. That's a
hard
hard
road.
road.
It doesn't fucking work that way.
No, that's a hard road, man. Most men out there understand exactly what we're saying right now. It's like, dude, I get it, man. I'm okay too. Like I know you.
Yeah, but we got to make sure that we make them okay.
Well, we got to give them a place to be okay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't make anybody be okay, but you can provide.
Yeah, but you can give that beautiful inspiration,
right?
To be able to throw down on somebody and say, "Look, I get you." Oh, fuck, more than you know.
Right. And I think that's the purpose of us having these conversations, though, is letting these men know that, hey, you're not by yourself, man. I get you. I do. Like you're not by yourself. Those same thoughts, they're normal. But you do need to get some help because if not, those thoughts can overrun you, and it's going to feel as if the world just came crashing down on you, man. And when that happens, that's a hard road to climb out of, man. A really hard road.
I've had to do that too many times. I don't want to ever see that road again, dude.
Oh man, no.
That's just too much. It's too hard.
The consistent feeling of depression.
Yeah.
Like I used to tell people, I was like, dude, I have nightmares.
Yes.
I just have straight up nightmares, and it's crazy. And people are like, what? I was like, yeah, dude, I don't sleep.
It's very hard.
It wasn't until,
very hard.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, it wasn't, when I started seeking that relationship with God, I found peace. Yep. I really did. When I started seeking that relationship with Him and going, you know what? I've been doing
what I need. Yeah.
Well, I admitted that I've been doing it wrong, man. It's something, I've been doing a whole lot of things wrong. And so I need some help because I didn't know who I could turn to, right? And when I started doing that, and I started saying it over and over, but that wasn't until I was in my 30s. It really wasn't. It wasn't until I was in my 30s until I really, really started allowing His guidance
to
be there and guide me and help me make better decisions, things like that. Because I was like, man, and it gave me a new sense of, you know what? I want to be here.
Yep.
But now, just because I say that.
Where's my lion at? There it is. Because you say it.
Yeah, just because you say it doesn't mean that it's gonna happen overnight. You got to put in some work on it, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of times where, I had to correct my thinking. That I had to develop a different mindset, about how I looked at people. And it's like, all right, then, like, I get it now. Not everybody is going to think the same way that I do. And I've got to be okay with that, right? There's nothing to be offensive about. And it was like, take the opportunity to learn.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, take the opportunity to learn from each other.
I don't, I had the same aspect, the same thought process on things like that. You ever thought about, like, we just don't give each other enough chances?
We
don't do that. Too. Like, we don't. Like, why do we not? Like, why do we not give each other enough chances?
Because we're afraid of our cultural differences.
Yeah, but fuck all that. Like, who cares?
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah,
we're afraid of our cultural differences instead of accepting the cultures for what they are. It's just cultures.
Yeah.
It's a person's belief.
But I feel
system.
we're getting stomped on, man.
We are getting stomped on.
Like,
Oh yeah, no,
we're getting stomped on,
that's a
big
correct
time,
feeling. We are
dude.
getting stomped on, man. Because we need more people to stand up and go, you know what? I would rather learn from this person than to hate this person.
Yeah. Shit,
And-
if everybody thought that way,
Right.
we'd be all right,
Well,
man.
People need to use their voice, man. Use your voice. Let people know that, you know, like, no, what you're doing is wrong. We all got to live on this big old green thing, you know,
Why
together.
don't we give ourselves enough chances?
Well, and I think a
True.
lot of times that is the
Very
case as well.
true.
We don't give ourselves a lot of chances, and a lot of times it's because we're afraid what other people think.
I mean, that's very right there.
Yeah, we're just afraid of what people think about us. We're afraid of what the next person is going to say. So instead of saying anything, we just keep quiet. We keep it to ourselves. But
Yep.
we're quick to talk about it in, you know, like in closed settings
Yeah.
where we think can't nobody else hear you.
But, you know, they do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody's
You know,
always
they do.
listening.
Yep.
Somebody's always listening.
Damn right.
You know, and I always say, man, if they're going to listen, make sure you're giving them something that can feed their intellect. Okay, give them something to make them
Give them
think
something
about
to listen
something.
to.
Give them something to listen to. You know, like don't be like the regular person and go out there and just spread negativity. I'm a huge I'm a huge person and not bashing other people, man.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not the way you're supposed to do it. Like when I started Memories of Us, my one of the things that I said that I stayed true to was you never bash another company, no matter what they do or what you think about them, right? Because who are you to say that they're doing it wrong?
Exactly.
You know, let them do them. You know, just because you don't agree with something from them, that's fine. You can have a disagreement, but you don't bash them. That's not the way.
Yeah,
to
you
do
ain't
it.
gotta fuck it all up.
Right? Don't go out there bashing people.
Don't
That's crazy. You know.
fuck it all up, man.
Yeah.
For the rest of us.
Well, not just for the rest of us, man. It's,
But
you know,
just
like,
in general.
right. Because
Like, don't fuck it all up.
I think it's like a personal thing. It's like, no, it's not personal. It's not personal. You just don't agree with some of the things that they do.
Yeah.
And that's fine. If you don't like it, well, do something different.
Fuck it.
You know what I'm saying? Let them do them. If you don't
For
like it and
real.
you think that you can do better, I encourage you to go out there and do better. Do something different from what they do.
Almost definitely.
You know? And a lot of that comes from walking that journey, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, when we talked about it before, it's like there's good things that come out of it, you know, even though
Yeah,
people,
when?
it does. Well, think about the lessons that it teaches.
Well, yeah, when I found, I got 3 beautiful things. 3 of them. And out of this journey, I got 3 beautiful things. And they know who they are. And I got that, man. And I got, you know, wonderful fucking kick-ass friends like you guys.
There you go, man.
You know, so I got more than 3 beautiful things. I got about fucking 8, 10 fucking beautiful things.
It grows
man.
pretty quick,
Yeah.
don't it?
I mean, it's fast.
It goes
dude.
pretty quick.
It's fast.
And that's what I mean. Like,
Uh,
you know what I'm saying? Those beautiful things that come out of some of the most awkward situations,
Oh yeah,
so to speak, right?
but 3 beautiful things, dude. Well, not only with you cats, man, but I mean, you know, 3 other beautiful things that are just like, motherfucker, dude. Where the fuck did you come from? And yeah, holy shit, bro. Like, man, I don't even know what to think, to be honest with you. But yeah, talk about something beautiful.
Yeah.
And things are just right there, like right in front of your fucking face, man.
Isn't that funny?
I'm still fucking in shock, bro. Like, I'm seriously in shock still. I'm looking at it going, is this real yet? Please be real. Like, don't, please be real.
See, I look at the friends that I have, right? And it's like, wow, I truly am blessed. You know, not only am I still sitting here, but to have people around you that can encourage you, um, and let you know when you're wrong about things as well. Right? Like true friends, right? I'm like, dude, if I'm wrong, let me
Better
know.
fucking tell me when I'm wrong, man.
Yeah.
Piss me off if you don't.
and they have no problem with saying, hey, no, I'm wrong.
Right.
And so, that to me is a blessing, man. Like, because they help me build the foundation of what we do, right? Podcasting, having amazing guests on like yourself,
I don't know about that, but thank
man,
you.
look,
Thank you.
Think about it, man. Like, we haven't even gotten to the part where you start. when you started how you got into tattooing famous people traveling in the world, right?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Dude.
So
there's
that's
a
man.
story
You've
for
been
you,
in magazines. Come on, man. Like that to me is
I got to be
like amazing.
like, well, I got to be somebody that I never knew that I would ever be.
Right.
Like it's like it's something so strange, that you would never even fully recognize in your life. I'm still trying to fucking figure it out, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
I do.
But like,
we were sitting around talking about. I was sitting around talking to the guys about a week ago or so, maybe a little longer. But we were like, if somebody would have told us that we were going to be doing a conference and doing what we're doing right now, I would have never believed them. Dude, I'm serious.
Right.
Like, if somebody would have said that 2 years ago, I would have never believed them. I would have looked at them and been like, yeah, right. If somebody would have told me 7 years ago that I was going to start a nonprofit for men going through loss, I would have never believed them. 7 years ago, I didn't think I was going to do. I didn't think that I'd be in the position to even be able to talk about something like that. But life had a different point of view, right?
7 years ago, I was homeless.
Right. That's what I mean.
I put laughed in your face.
Yep. That's how I am right now.
And that's what it was like. It was like if somebody would tell me I would have been doing this, I would have been like, yeah, right. Well, I have my son, right?
Samantha says it's true. You are amazing.
Yeah.
So I love her.
We just did.
Oh, I love you. Hop again. Hop. So keep going, brother. Okay.
Oh no, you good, man. Yeah, you good, man.
I know. It's one of those things, like we were talking the other night. Like, did you ever think in a million fucking years, two rival gang members would be like, "What's up, homie?" And I'll be sitting here tattooing you. Fucking kicking it, man. Like,
honestly,
we ain't supposed to be able to be doing this shit, dog.
Hey, I got an interesting story about that too. One of my best friends, my brother, right?
What the fuck was that?
Oh, that was the wind taking that away from me.
That ain't cool. I need that shit.
My brother, and if he's listening right now, I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
But that's how we met.
Right on.
Yeah, that's exactly how we met. We were rivals. It was by accident over a phone call. And then from there, it just escalated to like years of us trying to get each other,
yeah.
right? And then we finally meet and find out that we really cool.
Fucking A, man.
And then from there came this solid friendship, right?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And
yes.
then after that, it was like, damn, this is family, dude.
Damn right.
And that's exactly how it happened too, man. It was like,
damn right, man. This ain't no bullshit. This is real.
This is real, man. And so yeah, dude, ever since then, man, he's been my boy, man. He's been my dude.
Right.
And his family, his kids are like my nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? His wife is like my sister. It's like when you can realize how much you actually have, even if it's not right in front of you. The countless friendships, the people that you call family, things like that. You realize that you're truly, truly blessed, man.
I need that. It's on the flow.
Want to grab it?
Step in the chair.
Okay, so how we feeling, my brother?
Oh, I'm good,
You
bro.
good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Ow.
Like, tattoo never bothered me, man.
Do you guys need anything?
Yeah, my
Other than here.
yeah.
You want me to put it on the thing?
Right here,
Find
B.
somewhere?
Yeah,
Here,
just
tell you
leave it
what, we'll put it right
there.
here. We're gonna go ahead and put the memories of us stuff on it so it doesn't blow.
Yeah, you need to like say some shit about that stuff.
Oh, yeah. I will.
Alright, man. So what I'm doing, I'm just getting the basics down.
Okay.
I'm gonna make this motherfucker fucking shine for you, homie. How we digging it so far?
Man, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. You know, and everybody gets to see the process of it, right? They've had tattoos or something before. Maybe they've never seen the whole little process that goes into it, man. But yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into it, man.
Big time.
And to watch it come together, you know what I'm saying?
Especially from a great artist like Mike.
Right.
Well, damn it, dude. Thank you guys. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Watching it come together, watching you just do your thing, man. It's amazing.
I just love to draw, dude. I love drawing people. I love to paint. I love drawing people. You know, I did this ever since I was a little boy.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
I would get in trouble, bro. I'd get kicked out of school, dog. For real, man. Like, here's something I never told you. Like, so I would get tossed out of fucking school, bro, because I was always drawing on people. They were just like, and it was crazy because I knew what I was going to be when I grew up. It's like, fuck you, dude, homie. I'm going to be a fucking tattoo artist. So what I would do is every fucking single morning when I was a little kid, dog, I would fucking draw all kinds of shit all over my arms, just like this. Oh, the teachers didn't like that shit. Oh, bro. They were like, why do you always keep coming to school looking like a scumbag? And I'm like, fuck you.
Because I am.
Dude, well, hell yeah. And bro, man, my mom didn't put up with that bullshit. She was like, what?
I drew all the time. I never drew on people.
Shit.
I mean, I probably drew on my sister maybe once or twice.
Yeah, my mom was
Love you, baby girl. But she let me. She used to like it, man. You know.
And I died. Yeah, gotta plug in. I died. Let's do a quick intermission. We can talk.
Yeah, man.
Here, let me clean you up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some drawing on you too, anyway, dude, because I need to.
Okay.
That stencil is it's perfectly fine, but what I want to do is I want to put some stuff on you, man. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that cover up portion.
They want us to keep.
Hey, we gotta unwrap this thing too.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the things I want to do here really quickly.
So that is. Well, he's charged up now. Charged up as he's going to be.
Who is?
Okay. Tony. We got him most of the way charged over here. See? I brought the way charged.
And you know, for the longest time, man, that's why I said, man, I respect the craft, right? Because, like I said, man, that was my thing when I was younger. Like, I love drawing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I really did. I love drawing. My sister to this day, she still says, "I want you to draw me a picture," you know. And
well, you're fucking better.
I try, you know, but when I have a feeling in my fingers and stuff like that,
I don't give a shit. You need to.
you know, I still try. It just doesn't come out the way that it used to, man. You know, it's like, but again, you know, it's not like God just put me out there and just let me be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he let it manifest that creativity manifest itself in a different way. You know, now I get to do fun stuff, man. I get to, you know, I get to share my passion with the world.
Most of it.
You know, and I get to listen to amazing stories during the podcast. I get to, you know, I get to meet amazing people. That I would never otherwise had met, right? You know,
Never.
like, you know, that old saying, a man's gift makes room for you. Right?
Sure.
You know, once I started realizing that, man, I realized that my gift was making room for me. It was like, you know, even though I wasn't drawing or anything like that, I was still able to create. You know, and it was like, I wonder if I can do it. Like,
Of course you can.
yeah, you know, like, but it takes a long
Of course
time
you can,
to
dude.
invent yourself that way, though, right? Like, no one gets up and go, oh yeah, you know, this is how
Oh
we're
yeah, I
gonna
just
do
like
it,
right away.
right?
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot of work to go into it, man. But I think having a passion for it counts, right? You know, and speaking of passions, you know, like when did you really break into the tattoo world?
I mentioned it before. I was actually 12 years old when I got my first tattoo. My cousin Bobby, he's also a tattoo artist in Arizona. He passed away. Um, this was like years ago, but he was you know, he was the guy that you know was throwing down on the ink, man, and so we just kind of did whatever, you know,
Right.
and you know, well, of course our mothers were sisters, so yeah, they didn't like that shit. They're, they're like, oh, you dirty little bastards, you know, tattooing each other. But I mean, it was something that was new to me. It was something that was, it brought me different skills. Um, but jumping really into the tattoo world, I had went to several shops and like begged these people if they would give me a fucking tattoo job, and they were like, nope. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. And I got pissed. I was like, fuck you, motherfuckers. Dude. You know, like I was mad, bro. But then finally I was like, okay, look now, man, these guys are right. I'm not fucking good enough yet. And so I just really honed my skills. I would just study morning, noon, and night.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody about tattoo, 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 tattoo. You know, and it's consumed my life. Partially, I kind of regret it, and it's not to be an asshole, but partially, I'm kind of looking at it going, fuck, man. You know, why did I let it get this far? But, I mean, this is just what I do. This is who I am.
Yeah.
You know? And so I got to meet wonderful people. Crazy motherfuckers, man. You know, like I got tattooed by some heavy hitting motherfuckers, man. I'm talking heavy hitters. Like you nervous just walking in, and their booth is next to yours. You're like, oh shit, I'm next to this motherfucker,
Right.
dude. Oh no, man, it's a whole different world, dude. Like, man, you're fucking shitting your pants. Like you ain't allowed to be next to this motherfucker because they're so good, you know. But it just got to that point of saying, okay, man, fuck this dude, I gotta do it. I don't want to name drop, but I will say this. And if she gets mad at me, fuck you, I don't care. Miss fucking Kat Von D. Yeah, dude. Talk about a wonderful person.
Damn, what a name.
Dude, yeah. Oh, and fucking disgustingly beautiful.
Oh, God.
Like, dude,
yes.
man, that chick's like jack off fine, dude. She's so hot, dude. Sorry, man. They're like, we're not supposed to be talking like this, Mike. I'm sorry.
No,
about
you're
that.
good.
No,
man.
this is
Dude.
this is all raw, man. Raw conversation.
So it was the 2005 Sims bike tour in Reno, Nevada. And I was staying in the Golden Phoenix hotel and casino. And what's ironic and what was weird is I was working for the White Phoenix fucking tattoo shop, which is kind of fucking strange. But whatever. So she just kind of like walked up, man, and like I was sitting in the fucking bar downstairs, man, because everybody else was like gambling and hey Mike, why aren't you gambling? I'm like, because I'm here to fucking earn money, douchebag. I'm not here to fucking spend it, moron. And so she just kind of sat down and she was like, hey dude. She kind of has that voice, you know. She's like, hey dude, what's up? And I was all, oh shit, you know, I'm just like, get the fuck out of here, motherfucker, Kat Von D. And she's like, so what are you doing, man? She's like, are you one of these cats on the tour? And I was like, yeah, I actually am. She's like, who are you working for? And I was like, I'm over here at Golden, or I have to go to Phoenix here, but I'm working for the White Phoenix for the tattoo situation. And she was like, right on. So we just started talking, and she was like, hey, man. She's like, come buy you fucking beer? I was like, what? Like, dude, shit my pants, man. And she's like, yeah, fucking drink a beer and shot with me. I was like, okay. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, this is fucking incredible. And so, yeah, I got to do a beer and shot with fucking Kat Von D. She had said, she's like, hey, man, like, if I get a point in time, maybe I'll jam by your booth and you could put some more stars on my face. Now, that was fucking, like, that shit fucking blew me away. But, I mean, of course she didn't. She got busy, whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
But it was really neat to be able to talk to her. But I have tattooed a lot of very famous people. I know the Enigma. He's the dude. His name is Paul. Sorry, I tried to name drop. But he is the puzzle piece guy. So he's covered in puzzle pieces all over his body. You might seem like on the X Files and like because he does a lot of X Files things. He did at one point. But so what I'm doing, these are just lines, just guidelines. But
Yeah.
are we looking all right so far or no?
No, we're good.
All right, cool. Because I'm doing my own interpretation of this thing because I got to cover this shit up right here. And we'll bring all of this up. We'll bring all of this up. I'm doing a more serious look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
This is different for you, you don't want to try to snag it like the same thing on somebody. But wait, what are our questions? I'm like tattooing famous people, like
Yeah, that's what you're saying. You started,
Around the world?
yeah. I've been to a lot of crazy places, dude, all over the world. It was different, it was things that weren't mostly conventional to other people.
right.
They'd be like, oh, I'm going to Canada. Like, dude, have you ever really been to fucking Canada? Like, not fucking fun, dude. Like, it's really not, man. I've gotten to meet, like, a lot of really super famous people. So, one of the dudes, this was fucked up. I don't even know why I'm saying this. Shouldn't even be saying this shit.
It's I don't even know
So
why.
this cat is from a certain band, and can't name drop so nobody gets sued.
There you go.
But it was a band in a very extremely famous movie, and they were playing one night in Fort Collins at I wanted to say the Starlight, but I'm not sure if it's at the Starlight. But anyway, so we hung out with these cats afterward, and this dude, he literally fucking invited me onto his tour bus. He was like, "You have such beautiful eyes." I was like, "What the fuck did you just say, bro?"
Probably when they went on his tour bus, though.
Yeah, dude. Oh, hell no, dude.
Like,
Check this shit out. We ended up taking this motherfucker. We threw him in the back of my old brother-in-law's back of his truck. Fucking Dave. Dave is a common name, so. So, yeah, dude. So, like, he was like, holy shit, Mike. He's like, are we really doing this? And I was like, yeah, dude, I guess, man. So we dropped him off at his tour bus at the fucking site that we saw the fucking concert at. And you see how it changed things?
I did.
Dude, I'm changing. This is all going to be you. It's got to be different. But, so we threw him on his fucking tour bus, bro. and it was not a good situation. And dude, it's so fucking gross, Tony. He's like, so hey man, he's like, oh, beautiful eyes, man. He's like, you can stay the night with me. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking kill you, homie. Like, dude, you don't fuck you. You don't talk to me that way, dude.
It's so bad.
But yeah, that one wasn't a good situation. You know, try to get fucked by a rock star, dude. Like this big time rock star. Like big time. You know, so again I can't
Yeah,
say
no.
any names.
We'll leave the name.
Yeah, dude,
you know who it is.
Oh my gosh, dude. I was like, I will never listen to your music again, you motherfucker.
Yeah, as long as you know who it is, we don't have to say nothing.
Yeah,
I just gotta
dude.
say thank you for that, but you got to tell me that name later.
I will.
Okay.
I actually
Off
will,
camera.
dude. Yeah,
Right,
off camera I will.
Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, it's on a very extremely famous movie. Yeah, very extremely famous movie. So you're looking at it this way.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on this way.
Right.
So see.
No, I'm paying attention. I got good eyes when it
yeah.
comes out of that. Like I said, I pay attention to it, man. It's amazing watching you.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this custom for you. This is gonna be
Sim
something
says she
that's
loves
just
you so
yours.
much and she's proud of you.
Tell her I love her.
You just did.
I love you, Sam. Me, Sammy.
She hears you.
She hears you.
But yeah, so also tattooing other people, you know, like famous people, it's pretty crazy. So like you'll be in like a fucking event center and you don't know who the fuck's walking up on you, bro.
Right.
You know, like you have no fucking clue. You don't know who's coming up and being like, oh hey, look at news and you know what I mean, like this and that. Like you don't know that. But whenever holy shit, dude, you see somebody, you're like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, is this really happening? And they're like, hey, bro, what's up, man? You got time? You're like, oh, excuse me, multi-billionaire. Of course I do. And fuck the money. Like, who gives a shit? Like, who cares, man? I don't give a fuck
Dude,
about
it's crazy.
money.
Man.
Is just money. It's just paper. Like, who gives a shit, dude? It's just paper. You know, but to be able to be like, holy shit, I get to do this. You know, I've seen Frisia Bulk. One of my buddies tattooed her actually. Yeah, so he got to be the lucky motherfucker there. I wasn't at that convention. He was, but he had sent a bunch of like pictures and shit like that, which was really neat.
Very nice.
I got to talk to a lot of famous bands and tattoo famous bands. Suicide Tendencies. You know, well, where am I here, man? So I got to hang out with
Now,
girls.
not to say if any of these people that he's speaking about do want to go ahead and comments, whatever, say that it was you.
But don't be pissed
absolutely
off, though. Don't be pissed off because I name dropped
Still
you.
not talking about you.
Yeah, don't be pissed off because I name dropped you because I mean you guys are famous and I think that's beautiful.
We did not say your name, but if you want to go ahead and claim that he's talking about you,
Or
that's
he'll be like,
absolutely
"Fuck
cool.
that motherfucker." Like, this dude's full of shit. Fuck him. You.
That's just funny.
I just had to throw that out there.
No, that's just funny. That's funny.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm very pro self-promotion, but very anti-copyright.
Yeah, an anti-sue. Don't
Copyright.
fuck with us, please.
Yeah. So claim yourself if you want to be claimed.
Fucking Tony's like, I should never let you guys on my show again because you guys are.
I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying any of that. This is hilarious. You have no idea.
Tony's also not normally used to us participating.
Right. So you got to remember
he's
that.
been on Zoom
Right,
calls for a minute. So this is our first actual live interview in quite a while.
Yes.
And being that you specifically asked us to go ahead participate as well.
Yeah, so
throwing
it's
him off a little bit.
It's new to me because, you know what I'm saying, normally it's just me and the guest, right? But now this is exciting because, not only are we having a great conversation, amazing conversation, but I'm getting tattooed at the same time.
Okay.
So, the trick is that when it hit those nerves and everything, do I cry?
No.
Go for it, man.
Just be like,
We have
damn,
feelings too.
fucker.
I feel like I'm on a
Express yourself, brother. It's all right.
Oh, we could even play that song for you, though.
No, actually, it's
Brad Sale.
it's not bad though. It's
Oh wait, no copyright.
He's like, yeah, infringements. You're like, I actually could do that, homie. Poor Tony's like, fuck you idiots, man. Told you.
That's exactly how crazy things like this happen. Is there's a random idea thrown out, and yeah, I can do that.
yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
So I mean, just so you guys know, every time I've come up with a crazy idea, these guys be like, "Yeah, we can do that. Let's do it." So we had the discussion not too long ago. I was like, "Why do you guys keep letting me talk you guys into all of this stuff?" It's like, well,
you're supposed to.
that's what we do. I was like, fair enough.
You ask us
You
if
just
we
gave
can do
it.
something.
You gave in. You're like, fuck it.
I mean, because, okay, so
You asked
I
us
mean,
if we can do something, and we say if not, we can figure it the fuck out.
that's what I mean. Like, man, I'm like, why don't y'all tell me no? It's like, we'll figure it out. I was like,
You're not
okay.
supposed to.
So, I mean, but that's how a lot of this stuff comes about. A lot of the videos that we do, they're
That's
like,
how
oh, we
all
want to
this
do this,
started.
right? And that's how it all started, right? But I think that's the beautiful part about creating, because you realize that you don't know what you don't know until you figure it out.
Yep.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And that's
Push all
to
that
me,
shit away, man.
yeah, like, and being creators, right? Being creators, because it's like these guys aren't afraid to stretch the bounds of saying, okay, like, we can figure it out. And a lot of 100% of the times they figure it out. Because I've asked for some crazy videos. Holy crap, dude! They've done it, and I'm just like, well, what about this? They're like, give us a minute, let us learn that, but we can figure that out too. Okay.
Yeah, right?
Give me an hour or give me a week. Let me learn this whole program.
Learn this
real
program, right? So and I love having guys around me like that, because not only does it push my creativity to see how we can do things better, right? How can we outdo ourselves? Like, we're not competing with anyone.
It pushes our
It ain't a pissing
creativity.
contest.
Yeah, no,
man.
it's not a pissing contest whatsoever, man. It's like it's like, hey,
Never
like,
should have been.
we just enjoy doing it.
Our only competition is ourselves to put
Exactly.
out better content each time.
That's it, man. And it's like, and just like yourself, meeting some amazing people.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I've tattooed a lot of really famous people. I've got tattooed a lot of band members, of different things. But we don't even got to go into that. But yeah,
no, you're good, man.
It's kind of cool, man. Be able to be like semi, like, I'm kind of cool. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of cool. Like, some people know me. I'm kind of cool.
I feel the same way sometimes. I'm like, I'm kind of cool.
Like, it's all right.
It's pretty cool. But it's amazing being able to talk to people from across the world, right? And to be able to do our first in-person, to be able to do our first in-person event.
So it doesn't pull away from the base.
Anyway, what?
And like, it's a good feeling. It's like, hey, here we are. And it was something that we didn't think that was going to be possible for the longest time, especially with COVID, man.
Oh yeah.
But in a lot of ways, we capitalized on.
This thing.
Probably 4 or 5.
You have 3 lights current.
Current? Okay, it's probably going to need like 5 to finish this.
Okay, not a problem.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
letting you know where you're at over here.
but it's truly amazing, though, man. Like,
Do
I
you
know
guys want
people.
to take another break?
We will in a bit.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Here in a couple seconds.
Okay,
Or
whatever.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you guys are seeing this. You guys see the lines, and anybody that know anything about art, these are just basic lines right now. He's going to go in and do his John Hancock on it, man. It's going to be freaking
Go ahead
amazing.
and turn some more. Okay, two.
So this is what it looks like
Mostly
right now.
hand drawn. So
The overhead shot is a little vague on actual.
Yeah, this is what it looks like right now. But as you seen yesterday, if those of you guys that didn't tune in, he did the same thing with this.
To the left.
To the left.
Left. Your left. There you go.
So yeah, I'm having a blast, man.
You gotta show them the top, homie.
I was showing them the top. I was showing them the top. You know, they was just over here giving me a hard time.
No.
You know,
I thought you were showing the under. I'm like,
no. I was following his directions, man.
Oh,
I was following his directions. He was like, turn your
Backseat
arm.
driver.
fuck yeah, dude.
Oh yeah. By the way, you know, we got these bands for the men. So if you got a man in your life who's struggling with loss of grief and you want to support him, go to the website, pick him up one of these bands. You know, we have them in multiple colors, and they are $4 a piece. That money goes towards helping other men, and also, you know, if give him something that he can write his thoughts down in. Please, you know, like this is a journal, personalized just for them. Hard copy, got a few pages in here. But it's a great way for them to, for us men to be able to express ourselves as well. And be able to get those thoughts out that we normally wouldn't be able to. Yeah, that we normally wouldn't be able to. So go to www.memoriesofus.org and check out the website. Pick them up with bracelets. Support your man, huh?
Is it .com or
Oh, it's .org. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Hey, you know what? I've been doing .coms with.
Memoriesofus.org.
You know what? Keep it up. You're gonna get throat punch. He's gonna get throat
Oh,
punch.
shit.
Memories2.org.
Okay, so
Man, you messing everyone up.
you know what? I am messing everybody up. And you know, just for the record, it is www.memories2.org. Go there, check out the bands, pick up a couple of journals, send them to the men in your life to show that you do care and that you do support them. So
it's absolutely wonderful. I wear my band everywhere. Yeah. I go out in public, and I do use the notebook often.
Right. Yeah. And for those men out there, if you're looking for places to be able to connect with other men, we also have forums up there, which they are private. So please come and join the forums, get into the conversation, and let's see how we can help you start the healing process. Because everyone that we've ever talked to, every last one of us, man, we carry a story with us. But you don't have to carry it any longer. Come and share that story with us, and be around other men and feel supported, feel validated, feel heard. So
there's also the Memories of Us LTD Facebook page that
yes.
is for men, specifically for man-to-man talk.
Yeah,
things we go through.
Yeah,
so
it's an
make
amazing
sure
place.
That is once again a males-only group. So make sure you are checking out that. It's absolutely phenomenal content in there. Also, everyone follow the Memories of Us podcast. What, can you not hear me?
I can't hear you.
Everyone follow the Memories of Us podcast. We've got it up in video format on both Facebook and YouTube. Definitely check out the YouTube. I'm a huge fan. I love pushing the video content because we do put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
But also, if you are an audio podcast follower, we are on all of your podcast platforms: the Spotify, the iHeartRadio, Apple Music, everything. We are out there. Just search Memories of Us podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, with that being said, we're going to take a small break while we're waiting for the machine to charge up. But we will come back with more great conversation. So you guys stay tuned. And yeah.
When we're off. I don't want to be off yet.
You don't want to be off yet?
No.
Okay, we're not off
Sammy.
yet then. Sammy, he's talking to you.
That's all me.
This is how this is going, just so everybody knows. So
This is our season 4 premiere. This is what we're doing. This is our live event. This is how we operate around here. We love you guys. We love all the support. And hell, we love what we're doing.
Exactly.
So make sure you're sharing.
Yeah, if you guys like this, you guys are really going to love season 4 of the Memories of Us podcast. I mean, we have some more amazing people. It's phenomenal content, right? So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, leave us a comment, tell us what you think. And yeah, we love you guys. We thank you for allowing us to be able to support the men in your communities, as well as having fun while we're doing it. So thank you.
Are you guys ready to go up, Mike?
Mhm.
Okay.
Damn, that grill smells so good.
Mike is on.
We are
All
back.
right. So yeah, we are back, man. And as you see, Mike has gotten right back to it, man. Got some battery power going on, and yeah, he's doing his thing. He's tattooing right now. So yeah, Mike. Before we left, we was talking about tattooing famous people, right? Traveling the world
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah. What's the craziest place you've been to tattoo?
Dude, I don't even know which one to fucking even claim, bro. Honestly, brother, I don't even know which one to claim. To be honest, man, I have this. I'm gonna adjust this better for you, bro.
Okay.
That way you get to feel a little bit more. You ain't fucking like leaning and shit. That's just gonna fuck your back up. All right, is that a little bit better?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right,
That's
let's
perfect.
tighten this one it down. That way you're not like fucking.
Yeah, I want to make sure that you're good too.
Oh no, man, I'm perfect.
All right.
Okay, so a lot of fucking weird places, man. Like a lot of weird places. I've done, a lot of very strange tattoos as well. Really fucking weird tattoos. But Reno was pretty cool. It was the fifth largest bike show on earth. And there was a lot of bike clubs there, man. But I've been everywhere, so I'm kind of like distraught with the question. Not really distraught, but the question going like, where's the weirdest place?
No, not the worst place, but the craziest place.
Like, are we talking landmark? Are we talking?
Yeah, like landmark.
Are we talking personal space? Because we can get into that too.
Well,
that'll be the second part, right, real quick.
I mean, well, we can talk about landmarks and stuff like that. Because like yourself, I've traveled a lot of places, right?
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes not with the best intentions in mind. Sometimes it's just trying to get
Well,
away.
like they say, the road to hell is
Right.
paved with good intentions.
Yeah,
Fuck, I don't even know about that anymore, bro.
Oh my God, right? But you know what? It's a matter of having faith in it too, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
And I think that's for the longest time. I believe I had faith in the process, in the journey of traveling all these different places, meeting all these different people and things like that. And coming from someone that tattoos, right? We all heard the stories about tattoo artists and some of the places that they've had to go to, and so it's like exotic places, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like if you ever get a tattoo in the islands, oh, it's talk about beauty. You know, you get to go to like Hawaii, you know, and you get to be a guest artist at a shop because they just, for some reason, fucking want you.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, man, you know. So you do, you know, I did a few stints out there. I was actually going to move out there not too long ago, but now I have a completely different motive in my life. I am going to be moving to a different state,
Okay.
and I am going to start a brand new life. So this is also part of my journey of being able to be a part of something, you know, that's not uh, fully lost.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So it's not like fully lost, but yeah, I mean, could you imagine tattooing out on an island? Like, and you're like it's fucking nuts, man. You're like the most famous son of a bitch out there, and you're like, why? Like, I don't fucking know any of you cats, man. Like, I know none of you guys, and everybody is like, for some crazy reason, pleased to see you. You know, it's different, man. You don't get to you know, look at it in a sense of like, okay, it's not real, man. This shit's fucking surreal. Like, you're looking at it going, what the fuck just happened to me? But to be able to be out in certain places, you know, like Hawaii,
Yeah.
beautiful, man. Hawaii is fucking unbelievable, you know. So I got invited to a lot of different islands, and I got to tattoo a few of them. But I mean, you have to have like American money to kind of do those things. And if you don't have American money, then people are just gonna be like,
Yeah. It's like you just about there.
yeah, like you're just kind of there. But I'll tell you what, man, like your background, my background, you know, with like the situations that you and I went through as being younger people, you know, with the gangbanger shit, you know, and here and there. Man, these motherfuckers do that some things like that, man. You don't even want to fuck with, dude. Man, these guys are fucking nuts.
I got some friends that live out in Hawaii, man. And you know, like the mentality, I did
The mentality is not even fucking mentality, bro. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing out here, man?
Well, you know what? I was talking to one of the guys in the group, right?
Yeah.
I was doing some guest speaking, and you know, he was talking about the warrior mentality
Yes.
and things like that. And I thought about it for a minute. I was like, you know, we're not so different, man.
Yeah.
We really are. You know, like you guys, you may teach your children that, your young men that, and everything, to be strong warriors and everything. I said, but we do the same thing with our children.
Yeah.
We teach them, you know, like depending on when you're growing up, like you got to teach them certain things.
Well,
you know,
must. Yeah.
you know, you got to teach them. You got to give them certain tools of how to walk, certain places and things like that. How to carry yourself. But to stand up for yourself as well, you know, like, and most warriors that I know, that I consider warriors, you know, from the island,
Yep.
you know, we talked in depth with it, and it's like, yeah, man, like we do the same things. And we're not so different. We may express ourselves differently than you, but that's it. It's all the same morality when it comes down to it. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, for me, I never saw the difference in it. I really didn't. It was like, I just really didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, man. You know, like you got to look at it in a strange point of view. Like you really have to,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But being able to be places, you know, like it's something that you never really thought you would. Sorry, guys, it's just the breeze. Something that you would never really, you know, think that you would even be a part of.
Right.
But then when you get to be, you know, it's a whole different setting, man. It's like something that, like, it fucking blows your mind because you look at it and you're like, well, why the fuck do I deserve to be here?
Right.
Like, I get to be here, like, out of everybody on fucking Earth, and I'm the one who gets to fucking be here. You know, like, so it's like you say, always, it's a very humbling experience.
Right.
You know, it's something that you get to look at and say, well, I don't have to do this. I get
Right.
to do this.
It's an opportunity. It's an honor to be able to do it, and it's humbling. You know, it's a sense of gratitude. Because I feel the same way, man. Some of the places I've been, people I've talked to, people I've met. You know, I used to think the same thing. Like, what am I doing here? Why?
Because you're scared.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't.
You fucking scared as fuck you. I was scared, homie. I was like, hell no.
I was in a state of. I'm not gonna say I felt out of place because I eventually found out I belong right there.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
you were like in a kind of a mental state of shock.
Right.
Going,
But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? When you got people going, oh, we want you to do TV shows. We want you to do a radio show. You know, we want you to do this. We want you to do that. It's
and
like,
then what do you say? You're just like,
well, honestly, I used to say, man, are y'all sure y'all got the right person?
yes.
You know, because I'm a poor boy from Virginia, man. Like, I'm
a poor fucking San Jose boy.
right, you know, and
Imposter syndrome is real.
yeah, imposter syndrome is real, man.
Boy.
But then after a while, it was
Right.
like, I do deserve to be here. I've worked my ass off to get where I am.
Yes.
So yes, I do deserve to get here. And what else do I deserve? I deserve everything that I'm working my ass off for.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? I work for the success. Like I'm not one of those people that I don't make excuses anymore. I know what I deserve. I know my worth. I know my value, and my value is consistently increasing. So you know, when I get the chance to go to Hawaii and be able to do what I'm doing right now, yes, man, I'm going to look at it and go, you know what? I deserve it. I deserve this.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
No, not yet.
Damn it, man. I'm gonna
Not
tell you
yet,
something.
man.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. It'll fucking blow your mind, man. It'll like it's a completely different experience. And yeah, you got your little stupid little girls and blah 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 blah, the little tourist pussy bullshit attractions. Like who cares about that? Like I don't give a fuck about that part. But you know, it's being there and knowing you're like, holy fuck, dude.
Right.
I'm out in the middle of an ocean on a fucking island. I got myself here. Like, tell me that ain't cool, man.
Man, look,
tell me
man.
that shit ain't cool.
I would go just
You
for
know?
the experience, so I can experience their
beautiful
culture.
There's
Meet some of those guys that I've talked to
all the Tiki
Zoom.
Warriors, bro. All the Tiki Warriors. Those motherfuckers kicking it. Homie.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Those fuckers are. But I mean, just to know that you accomplish that within
Right.
your life
Right.
is.
But you know, I'm also the type of person I wouldn't want to experience it by myself. I would like to take my closest friends with me. I would like to take my sister with me, my nieces.
Good motherfucker, I better be there. I'm
You know,
pissed at you,
yeah,
dog.
man. You know, and it'd be something just like just like going to another country. Now I've been to other countries before.
Yeah.
Right. Traveling and doing just traveling,
For sure.
taking cruises and stuff like that. I've been to other countries, and but it's a sense of going there with a sense of accomplishment, like you deserve
To be there, yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? And you could
Well,
celebrate.
because you're supposed to be there. You actually get to be
Right.
a part of it. You can say, hey, you know what? I fucking earned this.
Well, and you bring the people that supported you along the way, right?
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying? Like you never want to keep your success to yourself.
No way.
You know, you always want to share it with the people that are close to you. You always want to
Nor step
include them
on
in.
others to get there.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And you want to also encourage others to get there too, you know? And I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's why we do the things that we do, right?
Yes,
You know,
sir.
that's why we go out here and tell these stories.
Wow, watch. I'm gonna get my wife to do this.
Yeah, see?
She will be. Watch. She'll be my wife. She got no damn choice.
He says she ain't got no choice.
She got no fucking choice, man.
But yeah, just like yourself, man, like, experiencing that, at what point did you start telling yourself you deserve to be there?
You know what? I guess the point where I thought that I started thinking of myself a little bit more.
Yeah.
I actually put myself within therapy.
Okay.
And, I saw a therapist this day, and I think it's great. I don't give a shit what anybody says. People laugh at me. I don't fucking care. Fuck them, dude. My thing is I had to go through so many fucking crazy things in my life that, you know, I needed somebody else to be able to talk to. But to be able to look at me and say, you know, Michael, you're all right guy, man. You're gonna be cool. You know, because nobody else was ever there really for me. Like it was like half-assed, like, oh, okay, I'm kinda here. You know, and fuck all that, dude. You know? But being able to speak, you know, and things like that, you know, it really got me to where I'm also able to say, you know what, yes, I am fucking worth this. I am worth this. You know? And I don't have to deal with motherfuckers that just want to destroy me, you know, because they want to keep me down. You know, like people that are just so like inhibited within themselves,
Right.
to where they're just like, you know what, fuck you, dude, because I see you moving places. And if I ain't moving places, then I need to have you fucking sticking with me.
Dude,
You know what I'm saying?
That's,
you know,
that's an old
that's a prison
saying.
mentality.
No,
I mean,
that's an old saying, believe it or not.
Because,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That
dude.
didn't come from prison. I was listening to a speaker one day. He said, people don't mind seeing you go somewhere as long as you come back.
Yep.
You know, because if you go somewhere and they can get you to come back, they can always have the excuse of, well, you didn't make it.
Most
Right.
definitely.
But if you go somewhere, you don't tell nobody that you're doing it, because sometimes you got to move in silence, man. Sometimes you got to, you know, you got to just put your head down. You got to stop telling your dreams to people, right? You know what I'm saying? Stop telling your dreams to small-minded individuals, because not everybody's going to understand, and not everybody is going to be happy for you, you know. And you got to be okay with that as well, you know. And like I said, man, it's like, oh, they want to see you go, but they're like, oh, no, they're going to do everything they can to bring you back. You know, these people aren't for you. These people are not for you. We've experienced that on so many levels. People that I thought that was going to be in my corner and this, that, and other turned out to be the ones that were trying to do the most damage to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did I do to you?
Like, I didn't do shit, motherfucker.
But then I understood too, right? I understood something, you know, and it's somewhere else that I read. Sometimes my angels irritates other people's demons.
Ooh.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, people aren't just going to be mad at you.
Big.
It's something inside of you. If you're a bad
Can I
person,
steal
you
that?
come across.
Can I have
Yeah,
that?
most definitely, man. I stole it.
That'll be the next one. Thing I
Vice
put across
versa.
my chest.
So,
Watch, I'll tattoo that shit on my
vice versa
chest,
on that,
dude.
though.
My
Yeah.
first one
Other people's
on my chest, dude.
angels
My first
piss
one
off
is
your
into
demons.
And that can be vice versa. And I was just about to step off into that one. That what you just said right there. And sometimes if you're a bad person, sometimes your demons irritate their angels. You know? And so it all depends on the individual, man. You know what I'm saying? But I do like the other statement, though. You know, my angels may piss off your demons.
big time.
You know, like I'm
dead again, homie.
Really? Already?
Oh,
Shit.
it's supposed to be a 3-hour charge. We just got to get to the 5, Holmes.
I know, it was a
You can
little
wipe it
over
off,
3.
big dog. Don't worry, man. We're finishing this
Oh, yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah,
tonight.
most
We
definitely.
are. And we're
Yeah,
going to be
man,
live
yes,
for the
ain't
whole
fucking
damn
going
thing.
nowhere, motherfucker.
he said, I can't go nowhere, motherfucker.
Yes, ain't
worry.
going nowhere, motherfucker.
Anyone watching, we will be live for this whole damn tattoo. We are finishing.
That's what you think
Oh, yeah.
so far.
Man, I love it, man.
Let's see. Look at the face.
I'm looking at it. I love it, man. And considering the fact that I'm a Leo anyway, right?
Yeah,
This
man.
works
Even
out.
better.
So what I'm doing is I'm just doing my own interpretation of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because like I have to be like, all right, man. Homeboy doesn't need something that's on a piece of paper. Homeboy's gonna get something that I want to give him, and I'm gonna make it different. I'm gonna change the facial structure. We ain't even close to being done with it yet.
Oh, we
Or the
good, man.
face.
Like I said, I'm
But
still
I mean,
here.
like you're the way you are, brother. Your feelings and like the things are. I need to depict that in your ink. I have to be able to let you look down and say, I fucking remember that day, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is all remember. It's all something to remember in me, because it's, you know, like I said, with Father's Day coming up, you know, been grieving
Yeah.
pretty hard, you know, because it's crazy. My son passed away right before Father's Day, right? So when he was born, it was right
I
before
don't know how
Christmas.
you fucking even live with that, brother.
You know,
I mean,
it's a fight every day, man. It really is, because there's some days I get up and I'm just like, you know, I'm good, right? And then there are some days they get up that I'm not so good. And I've come to realize that these things do happen, man. Like, I live with the images. Someone told me, they said, the worst thing that you can do is ever watch someone else die, right? And I've seen many people die. And I'm starting to understand that out of respect.
Conversation last night.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I watched my son die, right? I watched my mom die. I watched many, many people die along the way, along this road, this journey. And, those are the images that beat me down the most. It's like, Jesus, man, like I close my eyes, it's there. I open up my eyes, it's there, right? And then there's some days where they leave me alone. But, it's I wouldn't change anything. I would still want to be there.
I mean, yeah, I totally get that, man. I'm on your side. I'll be forever on that one, man. But it's like, like I was saying last night to you, have you ever literally buried somebody?
Well, not literally throwing dirt on them, because most everybody that I buried, we cremated.
Yeah,
things like that.
Put dirt on top. So it was white rose petals first, and red rose petals, and Dorian's glass angel from when he was in Children's Hospital. It was hanging over his incubator. So I put that down. I put that urn down. And then I had to push all the dirt on top. It was fucking horrible. And then again, white and red rose petals. And then I had to pat it down. And I had to put that fucking all the sod over it. Some people say, I buried my mom. Oh, motherfucker, did you?
Yeah, no.
You did.
No, I never buried.
No, I'm not challenging you.
No, you good.
What I'm saying is, people are like, I buried my mom, I buried my sister. No, motherfucker, I buried my sister and my nephew at the same time. So fuck you.
See, that's hard, what I'm saying? Because it's another sense of perception about the reality. Like, people don't understand. Like, when you start going through these things, man, like your perception about reality changes.
Yeah.
Those things that you didn't think that could happen, you now know that it can happen, right? Mind blowing, right? Like these things do happen, man. Like, people lose children all the time. Just talking about the mass shootings.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? My heart goes out to these families.
What was it you told me? Was it 22 people?
Which one? Well, so far we got over 4 dozen mass shootings, and the number is still going up. You know what I'm saying? Just, dude, this is ridiculous. I often say, this is not the reality. This is not the world that we just created, is it? Like, and I get it, man. Look, I try to get it as much as I can, and maybe I just see things from a different perspective. But that right there. When I see those things, these innocent children are being murdered by these psychopaths. I kind of look back on my life and go, man, I didn't do too bad.
I know, kind of, don't you?
Right. I didn't go off and shoot up no buildings.
It's not like that.
Jesus.
At the same time,
this is what we're doing?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, no, this is not what we're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always, when I see things like that, it's like, how can we help our children? Because they're suffering the consequences of a life that, that they wasn't prepared for. And no one gave them the tools to go out there and go, hey, maybe this is wrong. Or maybe they are looking at it and going, maybe this is wrong. But the mental health aspects of it, right?
Yeah.
Like there's so many layers to it. And I just want to reach out to everyone that's doing something that pertains to giving these kids support and go, look, can we work together so we can do better for our children so this does not keep happening? Now, on the other end, you look at everything else, and it's like people are accepting it. No, this is not something to be accepted.
It's really not.
No.
It's not. This isn't the norm.
No, this
isn't like, oh, it's okay for this shit. Oh, it's
right.
It's not okay.
No, it's definitely not not okay. When was the last time you thought about when you was going through something, some of the worst things in your life that you thought, oh, I'm going to go shoot up a club?
Never.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've kind of looked at motherfuckers being like, step on my toes again and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, if
You
I
know,
have
I mean,
a problem with an
that's-
individual
yeah,
person
you know,
or anything like that, that's different, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
step on
saying?
my toes
I
again,
did,
see what
yeah.
happens.
Then I'm gonna go and approach that individual person, or that
Yeah.
I would in a long time ago. Like if I had a problem, we had a problem. Like we're gonna do this 1-on-1. Like I'm gonna talk to you. We're gonna see where we can go. Maybe we can keep it verbal and not physical, right? You know what I'm saying? And so maybe we can come up to a non-violent
An agreement
situation,
here.
an agreement. You know
So
what
I
I'm
ain't
saying?
gonna fuck you up. You end up in jail again.
Yeah, no, I ain't. Look, man, I'm not giving up my freedom from nobody no more, man.
I don't
You
know,
know,
man. You pissed me off. You pissed me off bad enough on me,
say
dude.
that.
I'm there. I'm like,
I
oh.
will say if a person mess with the people that I love the most, you know what I'm saying? I may take that personal.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, you don't hurt my loved ones. I don't have too many of them left now. You know what I'm saying? You don't hurt the people that I love. That's not allowed. I wouldn't come after yours. If you got
hurts my
something,
kids
you know,
or my baby, dude.
yeah, you don't come after the people that I care about and love, man. Like you can handle ours. And that'd be like the only time I would have to cross the line, and I pray that never has to happen. You know, I would rather be a gardener.
Yeah,
I would rather be the
Absolutely.
gardener. I would rather plant fruits. I would rather plant
Than-
vegetables. I
to
would
bring
rather
death.
right. You know what I'm saying? I would rather sit down in peace instead of going to war. But I'm also the type of person. If you bring war to me, I will oblige. You know, and I haven't had a reason to go in that route for a very long time. You
Well,
know,
that's a
as
good
long as my
situation.
sister is okay and everybody I'm around, they're happy and everything like that, I don't ask for a whole lot in this world anymore.
See, neither do I. I'm a very humble person. I shut my mouth and I say, hey, you know what, man? Born with nothing, died with nothing. Whatever.
Yeah. We can't take none of this stuff with us, man.
Well, yeah, born with nothing, die for nothing, man. Not die for nothing, but die with nothing. But you know, if you could die, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
It's a big question, man. What would you guys say if you got to die with one thing? What would it be? So how we always say,
Well, that's
die
pretty
anyway,
simple for
man.
me, right? You
well,
know.
besides, our Lord, besides God, because
Well, no, it's
God's
something
going to be,
it's something that I want to take
can't
with
be an
him.
expected thing.
Right,
Like,
no.
God could be like, nah, fuck you.
Everything that I build here, right? You know what I'm saying? Whatever success that I have, it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's for my family, right? You know what I'm saying? I want to be the one to break the generational poverty level and take it to a level to where we have wealth, we have the finances and things like that. I know I can't take that with me, right? So I want to leave that to my sister, and my sister's going to be able to disperse that out with the remaining family so they can have something better. And as far as the nonprofit and the podcast, well, that's going to be around forever, right? Because when I leave this place, I'm going to be teaching someone else to take over what I'm doing now, right? You know what I'm saying? I want to encourage them to do better than me. That's the biggest thing. I want them to do better than me. I'm gonna raise the bar so high, and I want you to challenge yourself to do better than me. Look at it. Oh, I can do that better than him. I
And
want
when
that.
you do, continue to keep doing better than yourself.
Yeah, and then once
So
there,
what
you know
would you do? What would you guys? I need.
I would take God's grace with me.
Well, no, say we already have.
No, but that's the one thing that I would take with me, right?
Yes.
Because so many of us, we travel this road.
Well, we are
and
God's
we're
children.
certain. He's already given us grace, but when you truly walk in His grace,
yes.
and things like that, and you're within peace within this world and outside of this world, right? You know what I'm saying? So I know I can't take the physical things with me. What am I going to do with it there?
Right.
You know, I want to go there on empty. I want to sit in front of my Father on empty, right? I want to look at Him so that I not serve. I want to serve till I can't serve anymore. When I get there, I want them to go. I want to be used up.
But
This
yeah,
gift,
that's why I say
right?
you want
You know
to
what I'm saying?
You want to go back to your Father saying, "All right, man, I'm empty. I love you. Here I am. But my choice that I must bring with me, and it's not like a physical thing,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want to take anybody's lives.
Right,
fucked
right,
up, man.
Right.
But just the love of my family.
Right. Well, you always had that,
my
right?
woman, my kids,
Yeah. You always had that. As long as you have that here, you always got to carry that with you. The one thing that we search for,
I want to go clean, homie. I want to go clean.
That's what I mean.
And say, you know what, man? I've admitted all my sins. Here I am, and I know you're going to kick me in the ass for doing it all over. You're going to ask me in a whole different situation. And now I have to answer to my Father.
Right. And that's what I said. When I leave here,
But I want to
leave with here with His grace. And what I mean by His grace, that means that I've done exactly what I'm supposed to do.
That's why I'm glad this shit
in this world, right? You know, I am too. And that's what it means for me. Like, it may mean something different from someone else.
Motherfucker when I have to face my Lord.
Right.
Doing what I did.
Right, exactly. I think, and I felt that same way. Like, and then I realized that it's not our job to take our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing that makes God mad about it, is that when we take our lives, we take that power away from Him, because we now cut the life short that He's had for us to walk. Like, and we don't
like
get there.
Taking a gift away.
Right, it's taking
like
your gift away.
Yeah.
And then now I'm to a point to where I want to give that gift away. Because that's the one thing that we can't keep. It's the one thing that we're born with that we can't keep.
The one that you,
right.
You're like,
but you're not allowed. Yeah, you're not allowed to keep the gift, right? You know what I'm saying? And I've always looked at, once I identified that gift, man, I said, I owe this.
Yes.
I owe this to the next person. I owe this. I owe this gift to the next man that I come across. I owe this to the next conversation that I have. You know what I'm saying? So I constantly search for the opportunity to give out that gift. So no, I don't need to take the gift with me. The gift is not mine. The gift is meant to be here for others.
For a reason.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So when I leave here, if I leave all of that behind, and my God seems so fit to fill me with His grace, that means I know, you know what I'm saying? I know now that deep down inside, right, it's something. So when I go there, I can stand in front of Him and go, are you not proud of me?
You know, we all have to stand in front of Him one day.
Exactly. And that's what I want. He doesn't have to give it to me right now.
Whatever you believe in.
Right. Whatever we all believe in.
What would you take with you?
Yeah.
Because like yours is like, you want to be clean, just like me.
Yeah.
You know, that's
clean.
Just for this
thing. I'm not even asking for clean.
Okay.
I know I've done my fair share of dirty deeds.
Yeah, but you know what that is? Not only is that being humble, that is admittance.
All I
that
ask
is you
for,
saying, here I am, please take me how I am.
You're right. All I ask
what I've done.
to carry with me is the knowledge that I made the impact that I was supposed to.
Very beautiful, right?
Same thing.
I don't care about anything else. I just want the knowledge that I made the impact that I was intended to.
Exactly.
Or better.
Well, you made impact on me, brother. That's for damn sure.
But that's what we mean, though. Like, when we do these things, man, we don't do it for money or anything like that. We do it because we want to help other people, right? We want to not only just the men and everything, but other organizations to help connect them. Bring them
because
closer.
I think there's, I mean, honestly, man, you know, I ain't trying to dish your cats out or interrupt you or anything, man. But I feel that there's probably a lot of women out there that are literally saying, I feel the fucking same way, man.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
But the thing is, and that's why we want to have these connections with people, right? We're not trying to turn nobody away. I just understand my lane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference. I understand my lane. I have talked with females in the past and things like that. The problem that I come across is that when you're talking with females and you put them in a place to where they can open up and be vulnerable, a lot of times there's a trauma bond that goes on, right? And sometimes they forget the role that I'm playing in.
I get you.
So I understand my lane. Like, look, women have all types of support out there. I would rather direct them to someone that they give them exactly what they need. But doing like, and it's something that happens, and you know, we don't mean it for it to happen, but when you're dealing with the emotional aspect of it, being a man, out of respect for the female, you know, I know what boundaries not to cross. Especially once I get to talking to them and I realize where they're at in that moment. I'm like, okay, I have to have this boundary up to make sure that this doesn't get crossed, because you're not coming to me asking me, you know what I'm saying, about the emotional side. You're coming
Yeah,
to me to talk to me
certain
about what
individuals.
you're going through. And so when you give that attention to any individual, they can become attached. So you have to set healthy boundaries. Like, no. And my healthy boundary is, you know what? I want to help you. I just don't think that I can give you exactly what you need. So let me introduce you to a colleague of mine,
Most definitely.
and she will be able to help you and give you better tools than what I can. Right? So I'm not ashamed to do that, and that's the reason.
Oh no, you never.
You know,
should be.
and
And I got people do that shit to me all the time. They're
Right,
like, hey
right.
man, Mike, do me a portrait. And I'm like, nope.
I'm not that
Here's
guy.
my homie right here.
Yeah, I'm not that guy,
I'm like,
right?
fuck you, dude.
and
like,
see, yeah, that's what I'm
Right
that's what I'm
there,
talking
bro.
about.
And that's all we're building.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Like you got your boundaries. So you know what you're good at and what you're not good at, right? You know what I'm saying? So but you also have those connections and go, I don't do that, but I know somebody who does.
Damn right.
And for me, that's the best feeling in the world, right? Because I never want someone to feel as if they've been neglected. Now I have missed phone calls here and there, but due to unforeseen circumstances, right? And I've had people get mad at me. I called you and you didn't answer the phone. I was like,
I got a life too.
I didn't mean to
apologize.
not.
I didn't mean to not, but I was, and
Yeah.
then when I explained it to him, well, you could. I was like, but I was with someone else who was critical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand what you want and everything, and the next time maybe I can have somebody else with me that can answer that phone call for me and things like that. So I'm still understanding the mindset when it comes down to those things, right? But I do a fairly decent job at
I think you do a
at just opening
fantastic
up the
job,
space
bro.
for men to talk, right?
I think you do a fantastic job, my friend.
And actually putting certain things into play. I've had many conversations with men, and they're like, "I just wish everybody would understand." I go, "Do you really? Do you really wish
Or like,
everybody
how do you know that
understood?"
we don't
No,
already?
but check this out. If you've gone through something terrible,
Yeah.
knowing how you feel, would you wish that pain on someone else?
No, never.
And that's what I mean. That's what I put in there. As
Yeah.
much as we want other people to understand,
Do we
look,
really?
if you do not understand, that's
Lucky
a
you.
blessing.
Lucky you.
No, it's not lucky. That's a
For
blessing.
real. No, the other person lucky.
Right,
They
yeah,
don't fucking
Yeah,
understand.
I'm glad that you don't understand,
You
because
wanna
if
throw
you
that
did,
down on
then
little
you
life.
understand this
I'm
pain
like, you
that I'm
don't
carrying
have to
around.
know this person.
Right.
Yeah,
This is
like,
terrible.
Lucky you.
Yeah, this is
I
terrible.
don't
I'm
wish
glad
this on anyone.
No, I don't wish that on no one, man. Like some of the things that I've experienced and everything, it's like I don't wish this on no one, dude.
Yeah.
But if I can take that experience, and I can develop it in a way to where it becomes a useful tool
Yes.
for some that can be used, I want to give that to that person.
Yeah.
I want to get the, just in case if I do run across that one person that understands, or since I've been doing this sort of work, it's been hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people that I've met, other men just like me, in different support groups and things like that, just like me, man. And we all say the same thing, like, I really wish somebody would understand. No, you got somebody. Guess what? Now we're in a position to where we can surround you around other men that understand. Not totally from your point of view,
Yeah.
but they understand because they walk similar paths. And I encourage those men to reach out to other men. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to tell your brother you love him.
Well, see, that's how I feel, man. That's how I am.
Like, it doesn't have to be.
I always give hugs. I always give fucking handshakes, elbows, homies, man. Like, you never know, man. We're going to meet again when we're not.
But yeah.
So something like that, it's big. Being able to, figure out everything that you're saying, it's a big, holy shit, man.
Well, with the reality that we're just passing through. We're all just passing through this world, man. And it's a journey as you pass through it to connect and make someone else's life better just with a hello. Maybe, making them smile, making them laugh or something like that. I get calls from so many men that are mad and angry and things like that. And I let them get it off. Please get that off your chest. Don't carry that around with you. And people often worry, that I'm carrying it with me. I'm like, no, because when I get done with this conversation, I know where this conversation needs to go. I listen to everything this person has to say, so I'm mindful in that aspect. And I know I take the lessons from it, so I know how to better communicate. You know what I'm saying? So I take those lessons from it, but then I know I'm not the one that have the answers that this person needs.
Yeah, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, and I release it. I'm going,
well, like, you really look at it, like, the dynamics of everything,
right.
Like, you're like, now something else is at play.
Right. And that's life, though, right? In every scenario that we're in, do you realize that you have up to 500,000 different scenarios that contradict that one scenario, and every scenario contradicts the other one? The key to it is finding the one that has the better outcome. At least that's the way that I've always thought about these. I can take a situation and I can analyze it, within seconds.
Well, but what you're doing is you're problem solving.
I'm problem solving.
Immediately.
But I'm looking for the road less traveled down it that's going to have the better outcome. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that our lessons are taught to us in those difficult moments. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't run from it. I analyze it and go, okay, if I do this, it's going to be this outcome. If I do this, then I contradict those outcomes to where I come up with one that I know that's going to be the best possible choice that I can make when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because, it's easy to look at three of them. If I do this, I might end up in jail. If I do this, I might end up dead. If I do this, this might happen. If I do this, this might happen. So you can do that.
Yeah.
But there's so many different outcomes that you can have. If you can narrow it down to where every outcome is going to be the same, take those.
Yeah, I've always kind of had like that. I don't want to call it because this just sounds fucking stupid. You sort of want to call it like some sort of like small portion of like intuition,
right?
But to know when you're like, oh fuck, I don't think I'm gonna. Nope.
Well, most of it's common sense.
Well, yeah, but massive common sense.
Massive common sense.
But I mean, that's
right?
Like common sense,
well,
man.
And that's the beautiful part about it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no such thing as a wrong choice. You're gonna get if it's a choice that don't align with what you're doing, you're gonna get hit hard.
Oh, baby.
And you might have some people coming there that
how many times you done that, bro? How many times?
Many a times.
I've been like, shit, man.
Many a times.
I'm chilling at home. I say dinner. I could go out. It's Friday night, Saturday night. I got the homies hooking me up, man, calling me.
Yeah.
And then you're like, should I go or should I not? And then you got all kinds of dogs, man, being like, hey,
let's go here. Many times. It's
you got that shit right there. The immediate thought in your mind, like, this ain't going to end up good.
Well, because it's no one else's fault, right? It's no one else's fault. But it's just the way I see things. Like, I can be around a person, and within just a few seconds, I know everything I need to know about this individual. Now, just because I have this unseen knowledge, right?
I have the same thing.
In the back of my mind, I'm hoping that I'm wrong. And I kind of give little hints along the way when I get like, I'll say something and things like that. Like, it's not.
Doesn't register with it.
It doesn't register. Well, it's because it's the individual, and in their mind, they're looking at it from a perception of what they're doing is right. Right? You know what I'm saying? But you listen to a person, they'll tell you exactly what they're going to do.
Almost.
People will tell you exactly what they're going to do, and you just have to look at them and go, okay. So you have one or two choices after that moment. Once you realize that, right? You can either accept that this individual is going to do this, or you can remove yourself from the situation. I have chosen to remove myself from a lot of different situations because, for one, I'm a big time management person, right?
Well, see, just your words. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm trying to interrupt.
No, you good, bro.
Your words is Okay, that's very, 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 very fundamental for me. Just your choice of words and the format that you put them in is remove yourself from the situation. Now, check this out, my brother. The first time I heard, I removed myself from the situation. Not only was a lie, and not only was a bunch of bullshit, not cutting you. What I'm saying is, here's the flip. I used to live right there, right next door. That was my home. And it was straight up, I read an email that I wasn't supposed to. It was just right there. I was like, what is this? And, you know, this person had said, yeah, she said, I removed him from the situation. And this is directly the day after we got fucking married. So those things are striking to me. But you know what, man? I learned it. I was like, wait a minute. That's not a bad thing.
No,
It's really not, man.
well, and listen to
And then
what you
once
said.
I
though.
did it,
Right,
bro,
it's different.
oh shit, man, all hell broke loose.
And so
homie.
that's what I was saying.
All
I did
hell
not
broke
take it
loose,
as you was trying to cut me or anything
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
listened to what you were saying. When you first read the email, it came from someone else, removing
Yeah,
someone
I'm like,
else from the
fucking
situation,
send
right?
the ex-wife's
Whereas
phone, like, we're
I'm
divorced now,
looking
man.
at myself from an
Damn, what?
individual. Yeah, well, I'm looking at myself from an individual standpoint. I removed myself from. No one else had to do it.
Well,
I saw the situation. It was like, no, nope, you can go right on over there with that bullshit.
That's what
I'm not about to do it.
brother.
Yeah, and it was removing myself from certain situations. And when I started doing that enough time, different doors started opening up.
Opening, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Pathways.
But you do have
You
people
know.
that
But when I
will
adapted
use that.
it,
Yeah, when
I
you adapt it to
adapted
yourself.
within myself, yeah,
Right,
within
when you
my
adapt it
life.
to yourself, living the life that
And
we
I
live,
said,
man. They're
okay,
like, you have to
look.
think about that, right?
I'm like, maybe it's time for me to remove you
Right.
from my motherfucking situation.
Well,
And when I started doing it,
yeah,
and not maliciously, not mean, not nasty, nothing like that. Not like I'm trying to get even.
right.
Like, cause I don't do that. I don't
Just
get
kind of
even,
wash your
man.
hands up.
Yeah,
Yeah, just clean my hands.
Just clean your hands up to the man and go about your way. Because
I'm not one of those guys. I'm not
no,
vengeful.
man, like just like
I'm not a
you.
vengeful person. I'm just
Nor
like,
am I.
it's
You know what I'm saying? I'm a
Peace
very
out, later.
peaceful-minded individual. I mean, but I am a fighter. Don't get me wrong. I'm a
too.
fighter. I'm a fighter to the core of my bones, man. You know, like. But I understand the different fights that I've had to be in as well. I've been in spiritual fights. I've been in physical fights. I've been in mental fights. I've been in emotional fights and all of these things, right? But understanding that, you know, when I get into a spiritual fight, that's something I can't win.
Yeah.
That's something I can't win. I need to have someone fight this fight for me that's more better equipped in it, right? You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to emotional fight, well, your emotions are yours. They're individual. You know, understand what you're going through. Go through what you need to go through.
Yeah.
But don't dwell on it. Don't let your emotions because your emotions will take you to a place where yeah.
What you're saying, I was told something once by a very really cool person. He's an old man. He was an old guy. Well, he passed.
Mhm.
But he told me, you know, I was going through a really rough time in my life, man. And I was always at this bar. And I would always just drink wine. I love wine, man. So I would get just, you know, a big tall glass on the rocks, straight up ice, and some wine. This man, you know, he saw me every day. He owned this bar, man. He told me, Mike, man, I need to talk to you. You can get your ass over here for a bit, man. It's like, all right, man. So I went and I sat down and talked to him. And he told me this, man. It's not a sin to fail.
Yes.
It's a sin to wallow in it.
Yes.
So everything that you just said, I was just adding to, but I'm telling you, man, it's not a sin to fail, it's a sin to wallow in it.
Dude, you know, I told a friend of mine, and it's something that I got embedded in me. I will fail my way to success. You get what I'm saying? Like I have no look, man. I have no shame.
For that, dude.
I have no shame in failing, dude. You know how many things we failed at before
Every
we
day.
got it right?
Every day.
You know what I'm saying? You know how many new ideas that we have, and what people see as the final product, but they don't understand the work and the failure that goes into it, the frustration of being stressed out that things aren't going. But then, you know what I'm saying? Once everything starts to come together, it's like
It's angelic, man.
It's angelic, right? Because you see the backside of it. You see everything that goes into it, right? You know what I'm saying? You will fail your way to success. And I tell people that, and it's one of my favorite sayings, man. And I heard that from another motivational speaker. And so it was like, you will fail your way to it. And you realize that once you understand the gravity of that saying.
Oh man, it's impact already. It's already impact on me, man.
But check this out. You've been doing it your whole life.
And that's why it's so much impact.
And it's like, and when people, as we get older, we become afraid. Well, it's because we become afraid. We have so many people feeding us all of this information and things like that of people who have not done anything, right? Those are the people that you're learning from.
Yeah.
And so now you have in your head, just because one person didn't do it, I've heard so many people go, man, such and such tried it, man, it didn't work out for him. I'm sorry. What?
For me, motherfucker.
You know, like no one went. No. But you know what? I can't. I can laugh at it, but I also, I have to look at it because I used to be that person as well. And you know how many squandered opportunities that I was leaving on the table because of that sense of being scared. It's like, dude, so many opportunities. Like if I would have took the opportunity I had, 20 years ago before I went to prison, I would have been sitting in a mansion right now with a bank account full of money, right?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying, bro? I would have been like, if I would have taken those opportunities on so many levels, I would have been rich. I would have been sitting back. But what type of person would I have been? Would I have been ready for the blessing that was given to me, or was I making another bad choice? So I'm glad that I made the choice that I did, because it took me down a different road, and now I'm equipped for the blessing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? If you would have gave it to me back then, man, I wouldn't understand. I wouldn't understand. I would have squandered. I would have threw it all over the place, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I traded one for the other.
I think that we get prepared. Right. It's like, okay, I'm gonna show you some things within you, not only within your own power, your life, your choices, everything, but I'm going to show you something. Not trying to be the word of God, but what I'm saying is this is kind of my interpretation of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, and then I will show you everything else. And I'll show you.
Yeah. The old standard goes right what you just said right there. There's a quote that goes along with that. Work in silence and let people see the results. And now when you break that down, because I was like, why would you work in silence? Why wouldn't you just want to go out there, and let people what you're doing, hold yourself accountable to it? Well, I learned the hard way, right? You know what I'm saying? When you work and everybody knows what you're doing, the enemy knows how to attack you.
Almost definitely.
And he assigns certain people to do it, right? When you work in silence, no one knows how to attack you. When you start having the results and you start manifesting those results into the world, they have to wonder about what your next step is.
Well, yeah, because they don't know.
They don't know. So I learned to keep my head down and just keep moving forward. And and just not. I know the people that will support my vision.
Yes.
And now I'm starting to understanding the people who don't, and the many faces that they carry. Right. And so, do I walk with caution? Well, it's a scary person, but now here's the fun part about it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like most of the things that they teach you about being successful and things like that, those are scriptures.
Yeah, it's Bible.
I heard a speech one time.
Butcher them and they just like kind of tear them apart. They just like,
well, they make it. Well, they make it.
It's not cool, man.
They make it. I kind of feel, and this is the reason why I have a problem what the Bible and you know what I'm saying, listen to other people speak the word and things like that. Because you know when I seen religion, and this has nothing to do with whatever choice that you make, whatever you choose to worship or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Look, me personally, I don't believe in religion.
No, and like there's a lot of my loved ones
Right.
like you and homeboy, man. I mean, like you guys, you know, you believe in a different entity or a higher power or you know whatever it may be. Like I'm never gonna look at you and be like, well, they ain't like me, so fuck them. Like I mean that.
No, dude,
look at
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Like we all have our own interpretations. Man, this man sat out one night before the conference, man, and this beautiful thing happened. There was this huge prayer that went on. Now, mind you, I believe in God. I just don't believe in religion. Now, I'm more of a spiritual individual. You know, I'm more of a spiritual individual. I'm constantly trying to figure out what is my role in this world. You know, how do I connect to God's word? How do I lean into it more? How do I connect to the infinite energy in this world? Because I'm blessed with this subconscious mind, but also I'm blessed with this unconscious energy, right? That we have not tapped into. I'm always on a journey to find out who my authentic self is. Now, with that being said, Nate, he believes in something different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to explain to him?
Well,
Like,
that's there's nothing wrong with that.
but here's how we intertwine with each other. We realized that we were saying,
I find myself leaning more towards the old gods, the heathenism.
Yeah.
right,
It just seems to make a little more sense to me.
Well, it's what you know what's within you. I
right,
feel,
Right.
You know, like it's not like okay, if you believe in this and you believe in this and I believe in this, then all of a sudden we're not supposed to get along. We
Yeah.
just talk like crazy politics and religion. Like,
but we don't.
Shut the fuck up.
We don't.
Well, no, I'm not saying you guys do.
Yeah,
but
we
like,
respect
people find
each other, man.
excuses.
Yeah, and that's why I have my problem with
Yeah.
it. Because when a person claims a religion, it's
Can we just
it's
have a nice
sense of-
day and
Like, what
have a nice
Right,
dinner
you know?
and let the
What
kids
makes
play
your
together
opinion
and
any better than
Like,
mine?
yeah, what makes it any
You
different?
know,
I
no
never
proof on
understood
any
it.
of
Right, I
this.
never understood that. Right, like what
Yeah.
makes it any different than like I don't care.
I mean, I'm
You
also,
are
a partial believer in the projection. That
Sure.
this is all just a simulation.
Well, simulations, you know, but I'm also, you know, like
Fuck, man.
firm believer,
There's-
you know,
There's
in
multiple areas that just
very
make
different areas.
enough
in
sense
life.
that shit, I could follow that. I could
Exactly.
I could see that.
exactly.
Like I also, you know, it's somewhat.
Look.
I'm not super somewhat. But
Exactly.
Somewhat.
Exactly. But
I believe
I feel it's individual, right? You know what I'm saying? Most people are followers and some people are leaders, right? I am neither. I don't
Neither
follow.
am I.
I don't
Just
like. I'm
where
not
I
going
am,
to follow
dude.
the crowd because you know what I'm saying. I learned a long time ago that when you follow a person, they may lead you somewhere where you can't get out from.
Just follow the
You know what I'm
right
saying?
person.
No, you don't. Look, that for someone else that's looking for someone to follow, hey, if that's your thing. You go ahead and do your thing.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like within life.
Yeah, within life, but
But
you
have
know,
your heart, have your love,
Right.
have your built, have your fucking solitude, homie. Have
right.
your fucking brick
Right,
house
protect your
right
peace.
there, man.
Protect your peace.
Yeah,
And
follow the people
I guess
that
I'm
you
just
love,
I'm
but-
just a little bit different though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a leader. I don't want you following me. I'm only here to drop off something to you.
I'm a messenger,
That
my
you can
friend.
take with you. I'm a carrier of these tools, and I want to give this to you, right? And you know, and whatever message that you take from the conversation that we have, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you not agreeing with everything that I say.
Oh, I agree with everything 100%.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Talking
okay
about
with
that.
you having your own opinion. I'm okay with that, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you need what I have, I'm here to give it to you. I'm selfishly.
Yeah.
Selflessly. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it to you. And I'm not going to ask for anything in return. You know, but if you can walk away with a smile on your face or feeling the sense of encouragement to go chase your dreams, yes, you go ahead and I encourage you to do that.
You know what I'm saying? Of a return in itself.
Yeah, that's enough of a return in itself, right? But I'm also the type of person, I understand that I'm just passing through. You don't need to come with me. Where I'm going is
I'm
only here for a little bit. Where I'm going is my own individual path. And I appreciate that. And I'm not going to get upset if you have to leave me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get upset if you have to leave me. I'm not going to take it personal because I also believe that if you have to leave me, I realize that your journey, your path is going to take you down a different road. Right? You know what I'm saying? So why would I be mad at that if you're going to find out who you are on this road? I appreciate your time. I appreciate the energy that you gave me along the way. And I'm going to wish you well. I'm going to say a solid prayer for you, whether if you want it or not. I'm going to say it for you because I want you to be guided in the right direction. I want you to be guided and meet the right people to help you along the way. It's not personal. Please take this with you. Enjoy yourself. And if we happen to meet a little bit further down the line, I'm going to talk to you as if I see you for the first time.
Yeah, right.
Because we got a lot of catching up to do.
Pick right up
Right,
off
you know what I'm
where we
saying?
left off, dude.
And I always get mad. People used to always get mad at me when I tell them, man, I got to go. They go, what do you mean? I got to go. I can't stay here.
I got split.
You know, I got somewhere else, and I never even understood that, right? And so now I ask people, hey, if ever we ever have to part ways, man, like, don't be upset. Just remember, I'm going to see you wherever I end up. You know what I'm saying? If you're chasing your dreams, I want to encourage you to chase your dreams, but also allow me the space to chase mine as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to walk with me.
Yeah, give him a bones, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Let me run my scars, man.
Yeah, we're supposed to learn from each other, right? We're supposed to connect with each other,
inside
man.
of yours, like you live inside of mine.
No, it's not even living it. It's not even doing that. It's letting them understand their own journey and not taking it personal.
It pulls you in, but it's saying the same things you are.
Right.
It's like, let me have my bones, man. You know, like you live inside yours, let me live inside mine.
Let me live inside mine.
Of like, you know, I want to, tear apart things.
Yeah, well,
you know,
it's easy to tear apart things
within our
right. We're good at that. It's easy to tear apart ourselves, man, and we do that on a regular basis. I know you have. I mean, you know, things like that, especially when you go through so much loss.
Yep.
When you go through so much loss in this life, it's like it's easy to tear apart this world, man, and make it a place where it's not pleasant. And once, you know, I was listening to a Shaolin monk one time. I was meditating, and he goes, in order to find peace, if you're in a very destructive environment, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to find that peace.
No, never.
Because you're surrounded by destruction.
Yep.
Now, if you remove yourself and go over here and you create your environment around peace, you will always have peace. It's not changing yourself, it's changing your environment and your mindset of what you want.
Yeah, but it's also changing yourself too.
But that comes along with it.
Yeah,
Changes your
because
boundaries.
It changes your boundaries, right?
Yeah, you're looking around going, this is what I really want, not what I used to live.
Right.
You know, so I mean, things like that they're very important to me.
And you have to be very specific. I always tell people, you have not because you ask not.
You told me that the other night, dude.
You have not because you ask not, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's such a hard.
Disrespectful.
Huh?
I feel it's disrespectful.
What? Why would it be disrespectful?
It's a demand.
No, look, man. It's not a demand. It's not a okay.
There's a difference.
Look at it this way, right? No, look at it this way.
Right.
When you were a child and you had your parents around you, you wanted something, right?
Yeah.
You would go ask them.
Yeah.
Right? And you either got it or you didn't.
Yeah.
Now, what if you ask your father? Because that's what he wants. And you ask him for these things. Do you think he's going to deny you?
Yeah, if I'm a bad kid.
No, look, he's
if I'm a bad kid,
look, listen to this. He made the sun and the moon to rise on the good and the evil, right? So we're all his children. He's not looking at all of that. I mean, you're going to eventually have to pay for it, you know, if you keep doing the wrong things, right? Probably going to come back and punch you in the gut.
Yeah.
But if you look at
more
it,
than grounded.
but that's the whole thing. Like, I think a lot of people are ashamed if it feels different, right? But what if it's exactly what you're supposed to do? Like, there's things I ask my father for things all the time. I talk to him like he's my father. I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? If I'm upset with him, I'm upset with him. I argue with him. There's times where we tell jokes to each other. There's times where we have deep, embedded conversations that's full of his wisdom and his knowledge to help guide me through what I'm doing. But it's also, you know what I'm saying, I understand his discipline too. So if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, he pats me on my butt to get me back on the right track, right? I may not like that. But I have to remember I asked him for something. Now then I live in expectation of him giving it to
That's
me.
part of the disrespect.
But that's not
Part of
disrespectful.
the disrespect for me is like whenever you say, please, allow me this. I'll do anything for it. Please allow me this. Allow me to. And then when it doesn't come, you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm just not ready for it yet.
Right.
And then when it does, and then you look at it, you're like, oh my gosh, not only did I get this like as much as I totally wanted it, but how do I handle it now?
Well, I
Because
think
then it
that's
becomes
part
a
of. I
test.
think
That's the test.
that's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Because now, if he gave it
Because then
to
you're
you,
fucked, man.
no, you're not,
No.
because it's something that you
It's a
already know.
learning
Think about
experience.
this, right? You asked him for something.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not prepared for it.
Yeah.
Well, how do you think you're going to get it?
By asking.
But you have to go through something because of the level of what you're asking him.
And-
Now, you can ask him for rocks and stones all day long. He'll fill your pockets full of them, right?
No,
You know what I'm saying?
So.
Yeah, he'll definitely
Also,
fill
to
your.
another
man.
degree, you gotta
See,
think
I never
about
asked for
this.
selfish needs ever.
See, I started
I
to.
never ever.
I started
asked
to.
for
I
selfish
started
Here's
asking.
the
I started
other side of
asking.
that. Sometimes those selfish requests for some of those needs are allowed to be demands
Yeah,
because
but I'm not
it
gonna
is
be
a
like,
need.
give my family money, give us a new home, give us this, blah blah. What I
No, why
I
not?
pray for. Well,
Why
check it out.
not?
Why
This is
not?
what check it out. This is what I pray for. I pray for perseverance. Please allow me perseverance to get through these things. Please give me the strength to keep going through all of these things that I must have to have within my life that you're teaching me. Please bless our family. Please, completely protect our family, our lives, and our homes from Satan and his demons.
And that's
Please
absolutely
protect
fair and
us. Please
humble.
love
Yeah,
us.
Absolutely.
That's fair and humble.
Please be there.
That's fair and humble.
And I
But
always say, I
but-
love you.
It's
And I
not
always
selfish to ask for
praise,
things that you
And
need.
then, and then I end my prayers. I'm
But see,
not
I
just
ask for
like,
peace every day, though.
hey, so, how about a new car?
Yeah,
How about
Why not?
Fuck all that. I ain't
Why not? If it's
bullshit.
look,
I ain't
why
doing
not?
that.
Look,
That's just
What would a new
look,
car do
I'm, look,
for
I'm, what is a new car gonna do for you?
nothing.
Nothing.
Get me around. I mean,
Makes
Okay.
it around a lot easier.
Make it okay. So
depending on the kind of car, it's gonna affect how people view you when you
yeah,
pull
dude, if I'm
up.
begging for
but
something.
and
If I'm begging for
people are
something,
like,
give me a
why
fucking-
are we talking
I want
about
a
materialistic things,
1940
right?
fucking
You know what I'm saying?
knucklehead
Because
chopper.
you know what? Because you know why I ask
Go
for the
for it.
materialistic
Why not?
things. You know why I ask for the materialistic things? Because I don't see there's nothing wrong for me asking my father for a house, for a mortgage. I don't see what is wrong for me asking for a brand new car because
Something that's
you know what I'm
gonna
saying?
make me
Because
happy and better
something's
my
going to make me
lifestyle.
happy. My father said that I am here to prosper and grow you.
I just feel
He,
selfishness.
but check this out. He cannot.
Sometimes you
God
have to be.
cannot boast if you live in poverty.
Without.
See, his gifts are shown through the things that he gives you. And so when you can go, it wasn't me, this was God, right? God's going to sit back and go, there you go.
Well, God's good.
Because it's material stuff.
And
God
if you
and
don't
Jesus have
ask,
walked me
You-
through
you-
my
supposed
life
to know
how is
that
he
you
supposed to
want it.
know, right?
so very much, like all the way
Right.
they have.
you don't ask, how's he
All
supposed
the
to
way
know?
they have,
Yeah, but he says, look, he knows, right? But he says, if you listen to the Sermon on the Mount,
Yeah.
what did Jesus tell his disciples? If that's where we're going. What did Jesus tell the disciples? Your Father knoweth what you needed already, but he wants you to tell him
And ask.
and ask. And if you ask, you shall receive in
It's
a
a part
manner
of being
at
humble.
which has asked it.
You can't be humble if you're not comfortable.
Think about that. If he's telling you that this is what he wants you to do, then you know what I'm saying? Like it's not hard to do it, right? I would rather ask you know what I'm saying, and know if I'm going to get it, and be joyous when it comes, because I know I have to go through a process in order to appreciate the gift that's coming. Right? You know what I'm saying? And I want to, like, I live in humility. There's days where, you know what I'm saying?
Day, dude,
Yeah, he humbles me, and I have to be in a state of humility, bro, because maybe I thought a bad thought about someone, and this person comes back and proves me wrong.
But that's the best way, dude. I love being proven wrong.
I love being proven wrong.
I literally love it because you have these thoughts, man. You know what I'm going to say, dude? You have these thoughts of being like, oh, this motherfucker's a piece of shit.
Mm.
Or, this, bitch, or this guy, or this fucking fool, or whatever. And then it changes.
Well, and on top of that as well,
I was the bitch.
Right.
I was the fool.
Well,
I was the motherfucker. I was the chump. I was the one. And you know why? Because I didn't fucking trust in not only my Lord, but I didn't trust in this person to say this person has the capability of doing these things just on their own.
Right.
And look what the fuck I did, I'm like being such an asshole.
And we all guilty of it, though. So it's nothing. We all do it. We just have to be mindful in the way that we think about those things, right? You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of the individual that's across from you, because you don't know nothing about this individual.
Yeah.
You really don't. So you're going to pass judgment on someone that you don't like just because you've seen them in the past.
Yeah, it's easy to fail someone.
Right. Dude, we get that done all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to look down on the next person and be like, quick, and pass judgment. We do it. We're all guilty of it, but when you do these things and you're corrected, do you apologize or do you keep it to yourself?
No, I always, one of my things is, I learned a long time ago to really be verbal.
Right.
Not only because your vocabulary, like I have a vast vocabulary. I know what every fucking word means. I know how to learn them, how to fucking view them, how to space them out, how to place them. I know exactly what my conversation is about. I'm not some fucking idiot that's just slapping some fucking Ricky Lake bullshit on there,
No, you didn't.
Yeah. For hell yeah, I did. Motherfucker. Shit, yeah, I did.
So real quick here, Cleopatra says the message is so powerful. You took that like a champ. God bless you both.
Who's that?
That's Cleopatra.
It's Cleo. That's my friend Cleo.
Oh, okay. Hi, Cleo.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Just wanted to give you a quick shout out. Also, you guys, this battery is close to charged. We also have some food
Are we live still?
Yeah, we're still live. So I'm
going to touch this motherfucker, dude. You ain't got no damn choice.
So, we're still.
I'm like halfway done, man. I'm like halfway done.
So, you guys want to catch a quick break? Shove your face while this charges that last little bit.
By the way, you guys, Josh is out there barbecuing right now, so. And the smell of the food is just coming in here. It's freaking awesome.
Just torture.
The mouth watering. It's torturing us over here.
So, you guys want to call a break real quick?
Let's call a break for a little bit, real quick. Grab something to eat. That way, we're going to get the battery some more time to charge up. We're going to come back in.
It's at 4 of the 5 left.
Okay, so we ain't got much left to go on the battery, so we're going to grab something to eat. I hope you guys are enjoying the conversation. And yes, thank you, Cleo. Yes, I felt that was a very powerful message that was being portrayed on everybody's end, because now you get to listen to things from different perspectives, but and also how we use it, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's a good conversation, man. They've got another man over here that like, I don't know if you guys tuned in yesterday, but he has an amazing story, amazing journey.
If you haven't, go check it out.
Yeah, by all means, please check out part 1. You
guys will always make me feel so fucking cool.
And his information, if you guys are looking to get tattooed or anything like that, his information will be available to you.
We'll have that posted at the end of this.
We'll have it posted at the end of it. So get in contact with him, set up something. This man does amazing work. I mean, truly amazing work. And I'm excited to see how everything else comes about, especially being an artist myself. I'm always about the creative aspect of it. And I love seeing things come together from the beginning to the end. And I love having amazing conversations too, man. You know what I'm saying? So real good, organic, honest conversations.
Oh, dude, this is like real shit.
Yeah, you guys get to dive into the men for a little bit. Listen to us rant and rave about all these crazy things,
Right.
but the things that you guys don't hear, right? The things that you don't, the things that women don't hear about
Things we
men.
don't
What we talk
necessarily
about,
talk about.
that we don't necessarily talk about, man.
Yeah, and you know what?
So,
Every fucking girl's like, oh, those dudes are just over there talking shit about us. It's like,
No, it's just
think
our
about
one
what men. Think about like what men really talk about.
yeah,
Like,
it's really not
like
what
you're
people
worried
think
about
it
your
is, man.
girl. You're worried about how she is and the kids and like what the fuck? What about my house payment, my love of my
Yeah.
life,
Chances
and
you get to
my
actually
little
talk about
ones?
what
Like,
you feel.
and that's what we talk about. And these chicks are like, they're out there talking shit.
Always talking
Well,
shit about
and again,
me.
it goes back to what we talked about earlier, right? How easy is it for another person to judge another person,
Like
just
that.
like that, just
Way
within
too easy.
seconds? It's way too easy for it, right? And it's another saying in the Bible, and I took this one personal when it says, "Remove the mote from your own eye, so you can see the mote in thy brother's eye." Right? And so once you realize that, there's a sense of truth that comes in there, because you have to understand that the things that you say, the things that you do, your actions, your character, all of those things come into play when you do that. So be mindful of the individual that you're talking to, because as I said before, and I said again, you don't know what that person is going through. You know what I'm saying? And be the voice, be the light, be the beacon, the voice of reason, the voice of common sense, or the voice of calmness to this individual, because you never know. They may need it a lot more than what you have. You know what I'm saying? So give it to them.
Yeah.
Give something. It takes zero money to encourage someone else to be better.
Little effort too.
Yeah.
There's
No.
also a really good one too before we split the break, man.
Yeah.
This is also in the Bible. And this is something that's got me through life a very, very, very long time. And even if just you cats get into it, man. It's always been something big to me.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a scripture, and it's, we are not the sort that shrink back. We are the sort that have faith.
And a lot of it is you got to have faith, man. And I tell that to a lot of people that run across me. Sometimes you have to have your blind faith. And what I mean by that, not
Just gotta hope
temporary.
the universe comes together.
Yeah, you kind of
Where
hope
you
the
need it
universe
to at the
comes
right
together,
time.
right? You know what I'm saying? But there's a sense, there's a part of you that knows that everything's going to be okay, regardless of what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know that everything's going to, and that's what I mean by
Like that
walking
little
in faith.
tickle that's like,
Right,
you'll
it's
be
like,
all right.
you're going to be all right.
You're like, fuck, dude.
Did you not see what I just went through? I just
Yeah.
ran through 4 tigers, 2 lions, and a bear. Like, oh my God!
Right, Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And I mean,
So, you know-
for me, I've got a scripture that,
What is it?
yeah,
I want to hear it. What is it?
as I said, I'm not Christian anymore. I was
It's
raised
okay.
Christian,
Does it matter?
but what's gotten me through a lot is "Thy will, not mine, be done."
Say that again.
Thy will, not mine, be done. Basically, I can't control but this much shit in my life.
Exactly.
There's this much shit in my life. I have no control over 99% of what happens in my life. It doesn't matter. If I can control it, why am I worrying about it? If I can't control it, why am I worrying about
But
it?
it goes along with what
Move
his scripture was.
on.
And my
Right.
scripture was.
And
Yeah, it all ties
they
in.
all
Yeah,
tie
it's
together.
everything.
It's that
It's
blind
a
faith.
beautiful
It's the
circle.
hope that things work out the way that you
Yeah,
imagine them
it's-
to.
but
Because all of them
The way you
work together no
strive
matter what,
to.
man. No matter what the fuck it is.
right.
You
And,
have
it, and it
direct
goes back
control
into
and
what we
no
were
control
talking
at the
about
same
before,
time.
right? And I just want to add a little bit to it before we go on break. A man without a vision perishes, right? You know what I'm saying? So how does all of that tie in? If you have a vision, you have to have faith in that vision. And then you have to work your butt off in order to make that vision come into reality.
I'm doing it right now.
Exactly. It's the how-to that doesn't concern you, right? You know what I'm saying? The how-to don't concern
It
you.
doesn't matter.
You
We'll
just
figure
have
that out
to
when we get
to go with faith and know that everything is going to be okay. Everything that we've done, we walked in blind faith. We're like, we didn't know that how all of this was going to turn out, right? You know what I'm saying? For like the last three years, man, we did never know how everything was going to turn out. But it was that sense of I knew what I was supposed to do, right? And how I was supposed to do it, I figured that out as I went
knew what I
along,
was supposed to know.
right?
I don't know, but I'll figure it out when I get
I'll
there.
figure it out when I
want.
get there.
I know what I want. I'll
Baby
just start
tells me
walking
that
this
too.
path.
Yeah, I know
I'm
what
like, what
I
we
know what I
gonna do,
want.
bro?
I know this is the direction I need to go in, and I need to stay true to that direction. I need to stay, you know what I'm saying? I need to develop a tunnel vision, right? You know what I'm saying? And whatever's being thrown at me, I am not going to stop until I achieve
my goal.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll tell you, man, you walk that path. It's easy to walk it. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's another thing, you know, when you have to talk it, because you got to talk from experience. You will get look. Murphy will show up in your life when you start on this. If Murphy will show up and go, did you think this was going to be this easy? There you go. And then as soon as you think that he can just throw you a right hand and smack you upside your head, he got a left hook coming.
Fuck that. He's tilting your world,
Man.
homie. He's like going like this. He's like, now what? Let's see how you balance.
Yeah, let's see how you balance. So now you got to figure out how to tip the scales back in your favor, right? You know what I'm saying? But then you don't understand that there's this big old sumo wrestler sitting on the other end.
That's why it's tilting, homie.
Yeah, that's why it's tilting, right? And then you're like, when you finally get up to that section, right? It's like climbing that mountain. When you finally get up to that section and you see the sumo wrestler sitting on the other end, now the question is, how do I get him off that end so I can get it? So here we go, right? So that's your first obstacle. You're going to have to go to this sumo wrestler, and I don't know how
with him or fight with him.
Do you work with him or fight with him, right? You know what I'm saying?
If he's got like some good knowledge, man, I'm cool with that.
Well, that's the whole thing. He got good knowledge, but is he going to hit you upside your head?
Part of the journey.
Man. Like,
sit down, buckle up, and hold the fuck on, because it's going to be a ride.
It's going to be a wild ride, but you know what I'm saying? If you manage to get through that one within time, you wear that sumo wrestler down, you can get some strength, you can whoop them after that, right? But then what comes after that? Because somebody told him to go sit on that little seesaw. He got you all up in it. Yeah, you know. Yeah, he's there for a reason too. So now, here's the thing: don't get comfortable, because as soon as you get done with that, take a deep breath, but be aware that the guy who sent him is sitting on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the guy that sent him also has something real beautiful to say.
Right. Because there's another guy that sent him. Right?
Yeah.
For every level, there's another devil. You're going to have to fight. You're going to have to fight for everything that you want.
Buddy,
you know what I'm saying?
For a gift, you're given the challenges to get that gift.
You got to be able to do that, man. Like you're going to have to fight every step of the way. This is not success is not given to you. Success is earned, and you have to pay every day for your spot.
What do you think I do?
You have to pay every day for your spot in order to claim what's rightfully yours. But once you get there, you're going to see that it was worth it, right?
But you just said, man, something that's never going to leave my face ever or my heart. For every level, there's another devil.
Well, yeah, man, that's an old saying. Yeah, they say that in raps. They sing in that song. For every level, there's a different devil, man.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
And the only thing that changes is
when
the
I was
face.
locked up, man, I didn't even hear that term.
Yeah,
I was in a joint for 9 years, and I didn't fucking even hear that term.
It wasn't the people in the joint that taught me. It was things that I learned and people that I listened to. It was the silent mentors that I grabbed onto. And paid attention to them, right? You know what I'm saying? I was like the little fly in a barbershop on the wall. I'm soaking this up.
Yeah.
I'm soaking this up. And someone says, you know, like it's nothing wrong with leaning heavy on God's word. It's not to it.
I know a lot of people are probably going to look at us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, just like people looking at us right now, they're going to be like, "Oh, this is a God thing."
No, it's not.
You know, like No, it's people's beliefs.
It's just our beliefs, man. Like
It's just
People's,
another.
their heart.
yeah,
like,
and we're gonna be doing more
like
like this. So you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
a quick plug and everything, so people know we're gonna be doing more conversations like this. We're gonna have more people involved in it. It's gonna be memories of us presenting table talks. So real authentic talks about some hard conversations. It's just gonna be us and a few other people talking about these things, the things that you guys talk about in silence, but we want to put out there. We want to get your input. We want to see, we want people to have some real stuff to take home with you, so yeah, you guys stay tuned on that. That's going to be coming in the next
Stick
few months. or
around,
whatever.
man.
But yeah, this is going to be similar,
Let's
and
take a
yes,
fucking break,
it's going to
dude.
go long too, man. So
Yeah,
we're
'cause
hungry.
you still got like a bit to get.
Yeah,
to
you know what I'm saying.
motherfucker.
let's
Let's
catch a
take a break.
Hey, will you
And,
talk me
we'll-
out with our song? Can everybody listen to our song,
We can
please?
do that.
All right.
Absolutely.
So love you guys. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Fuck, yeah.
And yeah, you guys are gonna see this man do some
Sound
more
like
amazing work,
babies.
and we're
Right
gonna
there.
have continue this amazing conversation.
Hello.
So see you in a bit.
Look, there's my voice. Are you hearing my song, baby?
So that she can hear it. And she can hear the song.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear my song, mommy? This is Nate also in it. This is fucking Josh in it. This is all of us. And imagine what your song's gonna be like. This was the song I had to get rid of out of my mind and heart because it hurt me so bad. Another one I'm writing for you. Way different. Turn up your volume, mommy. Where's that guitar?
Oh shit. I wanted to do yesterday.
So those of you listening, this is song playing is actually a song Mike wrote here that we've been working on for the last week or so.
And let me. It is 231 384 7479. Damn it, I got killed. Anyway. I did pause it. I swear I did.
I only play it live.
Sometimes.
Fuck.
You need to eat, bro.
Shut.
We've been hanging out all day. Wasting food. For real, folks, we're taking a break. We will be back shortly.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No?
Yes, we will.
Are you just refusing to eat?
No, I start to pee really fucking bad.
Well, I mean, they don't need to know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All
Sorry,
right,
hey,
we'll be back.
nobody talks.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Trying to.
So thank you guys for holding with us as we went on a small break. And so, yeah, we're going to continue with our conversation. And Mike's going to continue tattooing me. So
Trying to put his fucking glasses on. I guess that's the first part, man. But yeah. Ready to rock, man.
Right. So I don't know if you guys
I'm wondering
can
if
see this.
Homeboy in my Glen story those man. Well, Big Dog, you want to jam over there and grab those? Oh no, we got a few.
Where are they?
I think we should be good. Just go in and ask Colin. He would be the cat to.
Colin will know.
Yeah. This is fucking terrible, dude. You have no idea, man, how many times I've fucking done this shit, man. It's just fucking so ridiculous how many times, like, I'll snap on you and act all crazy and stupidly look all embarrassed and weird.
Oh, man, it happens, man. It definitely happens. Yeah, so far, man, we've dove into a lot of different things. And
We gotta wait for Homeboy to get back so I can get my battery.
Yeah, it's still charging for right
No,
now.
let's
It's
still
like it's
talk,
almost
yeah.
close. Yeah, we still talk, man. You know, like experiencing all the loss that you have and everything. In what way did it help shape you? You know, because we talked a lot about different things.
I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's actually shaped me yet. You know, to be honest with you, it's like You know, like it wants to toughen you up. It wants to make you, tough and mean, and to a point where you don't want to be in your life. But it's also, pointing me into a direction that is like, you just have to accept these things, man. Like you have no control over it.
Right.
This is just how it is, man. And no matter who you loved, and no matter who you thought that loved you, and they fucking didn't. And you just kind of got to go with what you go with, and it's like one of those things, man. That it's like, I don't know, it's a different mind frame. It's something that, like,
Yeah.
I guess you got to shape yourself, and knowing that something that you wanted so much that you never got, man, that fucking provoked you up, busted you up, beat the shit out of you.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I'm talking fucking physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, every single fucking day. Not only being there, but even afterward, not being there. It gives you a different perspective.
Oh yeah.
Within life, it gives you a different point of view. But to be able to know that you can still do the same things, just do it
Oh yeah.
a different way. You don't got to do it with that person. Just because that person was an asshole, thank you, brother. Just because they were a fucking, a terrible individual, and something to you that, you would never think that would quite literally ever happen to you.
Right.
It's okay, man. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, and
There's
you said
always
the key
somebody
word.
who will
Yeah.
be there, man.
There's always somebody that's going to be there. You just might not expect those people, right?
And I didn't
Yeah.
expect you guys, and
Yeah.
I got 3 that I never even expected to. That's blowing my fucking mind.
And so that's a beautiful thing because it's like there, like I was saying before, there is a silver lining in it, man. There are blessings hidden in all the tragedy and all the chaos.
Yeah.
When it comes down to loss, man, and experiencing that grief,
Yeah.
that comes along with it. As like you said before, it's like you expect certain things, right? You know what I'm saying? And for me, I always tell people that's a dangerous place to be. When you expect
Your mind is a dangerous place
your
to be,
mind
yeah.
is a dangerous place to be. But when you start expecting people to be a certain way, they turn out not to be that way. It's disappointing. I learned not to have expectations with people, and it's nothing against them. You know what I'm saying? It's just some things have to be earned from me.
Almost definitely.
Definitely has to be earned, man. Like I don't. I'm very cautious about who I give my peace to. I want it reciprocated because, man, if you got peace coming off of you, I want to contribute to
I want a piece of that.
Yeah, I
piece.
want a piece of that peace, man. Like I want to know how you achieve that, and acceptance. Because there's been a lot of things that we've had to accept during the course of our lives, right? You know what I'm saying? And like you said, these things that happen, we can't control them. But it's getting to the point of acceptance, and looking at it and going, these things do happen, I need to be grateful that I either one had the chance to experience this with this individual, or take the lessons that this person has taught you, as hurtful as it may be.
It's a rough situation. Like you don't know what you're getting into.
Right. I think a lot of times we don't know.
Yeah, man. Like fucking.
Yeah, a lot of times we don't know, man. A lot of times we jump straight into it, like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like jumping through the fire pan. Let's see if it's hot. Oh, no. After a while, you get tired of getting burned, man. You're just like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to jump into that fire pan this time.
I'm fucking a little bit too hot.
I'm trying to hand it over to you. You want to jump in there first? Because it don't look like a jacuzzi to me, man. Like this looks like this is gonna hurt a little bit. But I think that's that's a part of it, though. It's definitely part of it, you know. If I can count my losses, man, it's like I appreciate everyone that was there with me.
I want to become one day that I don't have to count my losses anymore.
We all want that, man.
I want one day to just be like, you know what?
I'm in a good place.
Yeah,
You know, it takes a long time to get there too, man. You know, I tell everybody when they ask me, I said, man, I'm in a really good place. You don't understand. Like, I get to get up and do exactly what I enjoy doing every day.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do I work my ass off? Oh, hell yeah, man. Like nothing I've ever achieved, nothing I've ever gotten didn't come with that blood, sweat, and tears that came along with it, right? You know, and my sister told me a long time ago, she was like, you know, you paid a hell of a price. You've already paid a hell of a price.
We all.
You know, and I was just like, I never looked at it that way. I really did. So it was like, man, you know, I didn't look at it as it was a price to pay. And
Yeah.
it got me to a place of where, you know what, I'm done paying prices for things, man.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was. I was like, you know what, I don't think I want to pay the
It's like
price anymore.
paying you, man.
I'm finding another way to
Fucking
do
paying
this.
the ferryman.
I'm finding another
Yeah, I'm
way
gonna
to do this.
have to figure this thing out, man.
Bullshit, man. You know, because that shit just doesn't work after a while, man. You get sick of it.
Yeah,
You're like, dude,
Well-
man, I'm tired of paying, man.
I seen
Fuck you and your payments. I'm done, man. I can't do this no more.
man, you know, I was scrolling through one of my social media apps the other day, you know, just checking out content and things like that, supporting other people up there. And there was this one that came across, and it really just touched me, man. And it brought a sense of reassurance of when I was younger, what I used to think about. And I, you know, like when I moved away from home, all the time that I spent alone, you know, it was like God gives his hardest fights to his strongest warriors. And the kid was like, you know what? I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
I didn't sign up for this, you know, and you know, the same exact words that I spoke before, this kid was saying. He said, you know, if he doesn't stop, I'm gonna have to go up there and talk to him real soon. And I don't think he's gonna like the way I come to him. And I was just like, man, that hit so deep, right?
Yeah.
Because as we was talking about before about suicides and all of these different things and how it come about, man, that right there explains it on so many levels.
It's just, you know, things happen within their own, I just want to say tragic times.
Yeah, it
They
does.
actually do. They happen within like tragic times that you would never think that would ever happen to you. You know, but even other people, to look at other people and say, wow, how the fuck is this happening to you? And not in that bad sense of pain and like making fun of someone, man. That's not right. That shit isn't real. You're not allowed to ever do shit like that. You know, it's like making fun of a little kid.
Yeah.
You know, like you see somebody vulnerable, and for you to be such a fucking piece of shit to hurt someone in those manners, man, you know, and that's a lot what I dealt with for 4 years, you know. I was dealing with, you know, it was always like a weird competition of like, haha, I'm fucking better than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What is this, you know? But
I find that interesting, right? When people think that they're better than other people. And, you know, like, I often just let them think it. You know, honestly,
dude, I had that
don't
shit
even-
beat in my face. And when I say beat in my face, I mean smacked, punched in the motherfucking face. Slammed against the wall, beat in the fucking face. And she said, you fucking think you're better than me, motherfucker. And hit me, dude, and hit me, and hit me, and hit me. And, shit, man. After a while, man, I got pissed off. Yeah, I fucking shoved her off of me. I was like, fuck it, don't fuck with me, man. And you making me upset now, but you know, to be able to know that someone is that has that capability of hurting another person, just within not only their wisdom of knowing what things are, but just it was so easy,
Oh, yeah.
just to be like, I think I'm gonna fuck you up.
Like I said, we walked similar paths, man.
Holy shit.
We walked similar paths. I had my son's mom was very very similar to that. Like she was the one who taught me better survival skills.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she taught me better survival. She taught me what to look out for, far as red flags and what I don't want and stuff. Like that. Man, I can tell you stories that will haunt you.
Right.
I can't even make this up, man. Like the worst thing that there's been a few things, right? But the worst thing that she ever did to me, wow. She got me removed off of a settlement, right?
What?
After our son passed away.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, well, no, she convinced the courts that I was a no good dad again.
Of course.
And I was like, how's that possible? And again, just like I've been trying to tell people, they never once asked me. No one ever once came to me and asked me who I was or this, that, another. And so they just took her word for it. And I was just like, how is this possible? How is that possible? But now, when I look at it, does it bother me? No, not anymore. It did in the beginning because I was like, he wasn't the only one that I was raising him. I did my job, right? And for you to do something like this, it takes a different sort of person to want to do something like that.
Yeah.
And for a very long time, I was upset with her. But then I was like, even if I had the money from the settlement, I wouldn't have had known what to do with it because it doesn't change nothing.
Oh yeah, it just kind of confuses you.
Yeah, it just
okay. So this sucks. Now I got a fucking pile of money. What the fuck am I gonna do with it?
Well, the one person I wanted to spend it with is not there, which was my son.
That's her. Well, yeah, but
no, not her. No.
Okay, all right.
No, she was a good teacher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was a really good teacher. No, I don't.
Like no.
No, that was a crazy run with her, man.
Bro,
I've never met a female like her before, man. I never met a female like her before.
Yeah,
man.
me either. Dude, that's what I'm going through. I'm like, but you know what, man? I don't give a fuck because I never want to meet another one like you.
No.
And now I have somebody very beautiful and special in my life, and I don't got to worry about all that crazy fucking bullshit anymore. Not that I was going to anyway, but
Yeah.
it was just it's one of those things, man. You gotta just walk the fuck away from, even though when you don't want to,
Yeah.
and you're crying inside and you're hurting, and it's destructive to yourself and like all those things, but then you don't even feel like you're a human.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah. I definitely understand that one.
then you finally get to see, you know what? I'm worth something. And it's not because of someone else. It's because of me.
Yeah. I made bad choices. The last bad choice I made, I paid for it dearly. But also, it changed my mentality of the way I perceive um, that individual and other individuals like her.
Because you stop seeing him in that direction.
Right.
You see him to where, like, dude, you're fucking evil.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it evil. I've seen evil people before. There's some pretty destructive people out there that's capable of doing a lot worse than what she did, right?
Yeah.
But also, it came with it, like you said before, a sense of acceptance of who she was. I realized that I couldn't change who she was, right? And her perception of everything that she was doing, she felt that she was right. So when you got a person that can do something like that, tell themselves that they're right about it,
and actually allow them to do it.
Yeah, what's the purpose of arguing with that individual? There's no purpose in arguing with them, right? You have to look at that and be like, I can accept this person for who they are because they haven't hid anything. but it also gives me the courage and the strength to go. You know what? I don't want that. I don't want that around me.
Yeah, I don't need it in me. Yeah, that's how I've been. You know, like I think a lot about that. Like, you know,
Yeah, don't
it's
need
just
that
too that
person around
much,
me.
man. You know. But then you know, whenever they try to throw that guilt upon you, you know, within the text messages and like, oh well, man, I'm like, man, fuck you, dude.
See, I wish I would have got the text messages. You know what I got? I got court papers.
Shit, dude, I'm waiting on mine, homie.
Yeah, I got court papers. She was like, I'm taking you to court for
Nah,
custody.
you know,
I was like,
like
what?
the text messages of like, oh, I love you, but I don't want to give up, and you're my everything, and I dream about you every night, and I this night, man, fuck you, dude. Like fucking fuck you. Like, and that's bottom line. Like, dude, just stop fucking with me.
See,
You know,
that
because this
comes
isn't
from your
even
ex,
right.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
it's
comes from-
wrong, dude. Like,
It
why the
is.
fuck would you say things like that? I'm like, oh, I have dreams of you if you kiss me, and fucking blow me, man. Like nobody gives a shit.
You guys need anything? Don't know it.
You know. It's just like one of those crazy ass situations of like, what the hell are we gonna think about this later? You
Yeah.
don't even really have to think about it, to be honest. You know,
Well, it's
you're
nothing
just
really to think about after a while, right? It becomes
you're
a
at the point
choice.
of like fucking. Well, you know what? That's funny you said that. Like I always told her that, dude. You know, I hate to talk about her because it's fucking destroying what we're trying to do right here.
Ah, man, that's part of your journey.
But
Part
you
of your
know,
story.
I always told her, man. You want to fucking think of me like I'm a fucking option? I'm gonna treat you like you're a fucking decision.
Man, that's funny that you say that because it's like, no, you don't get to treat me like I'm an option. You know
No,
what
I'm talking about her.
No.
Yeah,
No, I'm
like,
bouncing
you
off
don't
what you
treat me
just
like
said.
I'm- what
Yeah,
the
you don't get
fuck,
to treat
bro?
me like I'm an option. You know what I'm saying? Because if
That's
you
your
want,
bitch.
if you want me to devote my time and energy to you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That means
like-
that you just become my choice. Don't treat me like an option because, like you just said, I know. Look, man, I know how to
treat you
turn
like a bad decision.
Man, I'll turn everything off and walk away. And I tell you,
Yeah, right. That's what I did, homie.
Hey,
I was
man,
like, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
I will walk away. I will walk away from you. I will walk past you in the middle of a crowded place and
In a
act like I
storm.
don't. And I
In a
act like I
desert.
don't know you. And act like I don't know you. I was like, once you cross that line with me and you destroy my loyalty to you,
Yeah, you just
like I'm huge on that. If you want my loyalty, I'm not just going to give it to you. I'll give you respect all day long, but I'm a loyal individual. And once you've earned that part from me, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. Nothing. I will give you the shirt off my back. I will give you my last
But
dollar.
once you killed me, homie,
Yeah,
man,
but
you killed me.
once you take that away from me,
I'm already
I feel
dead,
as
man.
if
I'm dead.
you took me for granted. I guarantee you, the next time you pick up that phone, I won't be there. That one, I guarantee you. I
Shit,
guarantee you, the next time you pick up that phone, talk about this, that, and other, I will look at the phone and put it right on silence and keep doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm gonna look at you and be like, no, I can't do that.
Well,
But
yeah.
it's a lot of protecting your mental health, though.
But I mean, part of it was like when you really look at it, like whenever you're really with someone, you know, like, and you give them a commitment in your life and you commit your life to them,
Right.
you know, shouldn't that commitment be on both sides of the trinket?
Well, yeah, and it should be.
All of it, because guess what, man? You won't be my baby. Here I am, my love. You want to fuck me over? Here I am, my love.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not doing that.
Because I ain't
the
playing
fuck over
no
part
bullshit
anymore.
games like that, dude. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
like,
not doing the fuck over
I gave
part
you
anymore.
word. No, I'm not trying to do a fuck over party. What I'm saying is I give you my word. I give you my love.
Yeah.
I gave you everything I was supposed to. And you think you're gonna fuck my love over? You think you're gonna fucking play bullshit ass games with me? You know what? Like, I'm sorry. You know what? Part of me, and I'll tell you straight. You know, like whenever you walk through, or not, I won't say walk through, but walk within people's lives, you know, it's a very beautiful situation. You know, things like that, like they really stand out. But when you make vows to someone, changes it a lot, my brother.
So I never did vows.
Oh shit, this bitch tore hers up right in front of my face, dude. Like literally, she grabbed her fucking vows and ripped them up in front of my face. I was like, cool, man. What the
I've never
fuck
gotten to
ever,
that point.
dude?
I mean, I guess I've gotten close.
Yeah, it was bad, homie.
But then life came back, was like, yeah, I'm going to show you why you're not going to do this.
Exactly, man. Like, you ain't gonna do nothing to me anymore. You're gonna be hurt. You're gonna miss me with that shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I don't play around with that anymore. I'm a firm believer. Don't play around with people's emotions.
Well, you're not
play
allowed to.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Most people look at it and go, "Oh yeah, I'll do it."
Dude,
And it's very wrong, very very wrong. And you're talking about the ex now,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh, my new old lady. Oh my gosh, dude. she's. I'll tell you what. This girl is fucking unbelievably fucking wonderful. Like, she ain't got no fucking damn, man. This chick ain't got no flaws. But yeah, the ex. It was just. It's so bad, selfishness. The selfishness is like just beyond the point of fucking no return. Check this out. Have you ever, like quite literally in your life, bro, like if you were trying to say something very important to someone and you'd be like, man, or however you decide to say it, and then this person looks directly at you and repeats the exact same words that you just said.
Oh yeah.
Thinking that they're the ones that actually came up with it. No, man, there ain't no fucking 2-second break, man. It's like, I'm like, damn, this is fucked up, man. And like for the longest time, I thought it was like, he was being sarcastic, like, you fucked up. Man.
That was my.
That was my first intention, man. But then it wasn't, man. It wasn't. It was like you would say something, bro, and it would pop out as if this person was the one that actually said it.
Yeah. Been there.
Yeah.
Been there, done that one.
And you're like, dude, you just quite literally repeated my own words to me.
Well, you know what I do? I look at them. And, instead of arguing with them, I just totally agree with them.
Nope. I walked away, dude.
I will not waste my time arguing, man.
Fuck that.
I will not waste my time arguing. Especially if it's over something stupid.
Also,
you argue over this?
I made it
crazy?
apparent. I made it apparent. I'm like, really? I literally just said that. And now you're going to fucking, like, completely copy me? And she's like, you didn't make it up. I'm like, where's the nearest bullet so I can shove it in my fucking mouth, man? Like, dude, like, you bring me to a point of just not wanting to be around anymore.
And, again, it goes back to what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I remove myself from those situations now. Like, I guess part of that is I'm a firm believer. I will not keep someone around me that is not good for my mental health.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning that. I'm still learning that.
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
I had to learn that the hard way, and it was like, man, all of these things that keep happening, I keep putting myself in these bad situations. So I hold myself accountable as well. Like I can't keep making these same decisions because these decisions are not healthy for me mentally.
Yeah.
And the people, I realized that once I made that decision, the people started revealing themselves, and I was like, oh, it's okay for me not to have you around me.
Yep.
Like you're not good for my mental health. And so that became my mission. I was like, no, I can't do that anymore, because it's going to do more damage to me. And when I have no reserves, where am I going to get mine from?
Yeah, you have nowhere left.
Yeah, I got nothing else left.
Yep.
So, I made a very selfish decision. I was like, I have to protect myself for those who could benefit from me. I wanted to be on top of myself. I didn't want to be on top of anyone else. I just wanted to be on top of myself for me. And I guess what we talked about earlier. That's the selfish part about it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want there anything to be, wrong with being selfish, like certain ways, but
Right.
like certain aspects, how you think, you're like, am I fucked up? Am I being selfish? Should I not think this way? Like, am I being like an asshole here?
Yeah, we often think about that.
Yeah,
People think about that.
Yeah, I don't want to ever have that thought process of being like, okay, I'm being the fucking dick, But even though like we're all dicks,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't ever want that to be the portion of something that I would actually have to think about and going, well, fuck, man. Because we're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to say, oh, well, shit, look what I did within this. Knowing what you've done in a situation, to me anyway, it's, I don't know, man. It's very important.
No, it is. It is. And it goes back to another saying. I will always forgive you, but I'll never forget what you did to me.
Damn right, man. I'll
You know what I'm
forgive you,
saying?
but I won't forget.
I'll never forget, especially if you treat me wrong. Oh,
That was a big problem. I was supposed to forget.
No,
I was demanded to forget.
so that's crazy. That's crazy.
And then I was demanded, check this out, I was demanded that we don't, this is our own words, we don't deal with our problems anymore. We just let them ride.
What?
Yep. We don't deal with any of our problems, man. We just let them ride. I'm
See,
like,
that's crazy.
what the fuck are you even talking about, man? But it was like, nah. And then she's like, once we get like a marriage counselor, I went and found a fucking marriage counselor. I was like, to the bone, homie. And I was like, all right, man, we're going to do this. And I was like excited, I was like literally like, wow, we're going to have a new life, man. Things are going to actually work. And she told me, like, if you're not serious about this, then it's over with. And I told her, watch what I do. I'm completely serious about it. I'm going to make this beautiful for us. And honestly, brother, it was all bullshit. It was a joke. She was already whipping like a cat, dude. Yeah, she was already playing games. She was already, man, this motherfucker was sending me messages and shit too, dog. I'm like, are you fucking serious, man? Like, it was at that point of just like, and yeah, she hasn't even tried to stop me yet. It's just bullshit. It's like, here and there, these little pussy fucking text messages. I love you, and look what you've done to me. Why don't you go fucking hang yourself? Not trying to be a prick, but I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, why would you do that to another person, knowing exactly what you're doing? Like, seriously, knowing what you're doing.
Because there are some people out here that are just malicious, man.
Yeah.
They really are.
Mean and terrible, man.
I don't think they mean any harm, but I just don't think they know any better.
I don't know, bro. She was diagnosed with multiple personality disorder. She was also diagnosed with a brain disorder.
And
She
see,
was
that's what I mean.
so like her psychosis, like her sickness is, I even tried to talk to her about that. And I was like, sweetheart, man, please, I'll do whatever it takes. And it was just something that, she couldn't get over because she's very aware of it.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking aware like a motherfucker, bro. But to the point of being aware, but not caring. Being aware, but being like, haha, let's see what kind of attention I can get off of this one.
See what crazy means.
Yeah.
Let's see what else bullshit I can stir up. So that's how it was, man. And I still get those messages every once in a while. And look what you did to me, and like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, seriously. You know, it's not to be like making fun or anything like that because it's wrong. You're not allowed to do those things. But to be able to look at things and notice like what they are and say, oh, man, this ain't me. You know, this shit ain't me. Like, something you got to really pay attention to.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people that won't pay attention to it. They're just like, yeah, whatever. Those are things that you really got to focus on. At least I do it anyway.
I don't know. I mean, I have not put myself in a situation like that in a very long time.
Please don't ever.
You know, I've come to certain truths and accepted them, and it's just like, you know, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that, right? And I think it surprises a lot of people when I go, yeah, no, I'm not going to. Like, I have strong boundaries,
Yeah.
and I refuse to let people cross them. Like, there's some things that I'm just going to be like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Not today, sucker.
You know, and people sometimes I've had people take it personally, but I'm going, how is you going to take it personal? These are my boundaries.
Yeah.
How are you going to take it personal that I don't let you violate those? You know, like you don't get to dictate that.
Yeah, it ain't your choice no more, man.
Freedom's
Like,
end where mine began.
you had a choice.
You know, like yours.
You had a choice, and this is what you do with it, motherfucker.
Yeah, like
Fuck
you know, like I'll respect your boundaries, respect mine too, and know that if it's something that I don't agree with, I will let you know. You know, like I don't need you under. I don't, because this is how people get hurt. That's how people get hurt. Now, for the right person, the boundaries, like my boundaries aren't as high as they used to be, because I've learned to let my walls down a little bit, right? You know, because you have to. You have to. You know, you can't protect yourself all, you know, from everything. Eventually, you do have to go out and try to experience the world if it's something that you want to do. And so I've learned how to do that. But man, there's times where I'm just like, no, that's not going to happen.
Gotta let that shit just get away.
Yeah, no, like no.
Even though you know, like you don't want it.
Yeah, you get to keep that one. I'm not even going to participate in this one. If that's okay with you. And if not, you don't get to tell me I get to participate. You get to no.
Yeah. You ain't got that right no more.
Yeah, you don't have that right anymore. You got
You
to.
used to, man. You fucked it up, so you ain't got nothing with me no more. Sorry.
And that's usually how it pans out too, man. It's like, yeah, no, you know. But the people that I've let in, they know. You know, there ain't a whole lot I have to say about that one, man. But the people I've let in, they know.
That shit that gets to me after a bit, man. Yeah. You're not allowed to do those things to other people. You know, you show love, you show camaraderie, you show discipline and beauty and honor. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to just be like, oh, I have to do it because I want. You don't give a shit about anything.
It's just respecting everyone, you know. But most of all, it's respecting yourself.
Well, I mean, yeah, that would be my first drop right there. But like, dude, if I respect myself this much, should I respect others this much? You know, I mean, that right there is big. If you can't respect yourself that much, dude, then you ain't never going to be able to do anything good for anyone. Not your kids, not yourself, not anything.
That was a hard lesson to learn.
Yeah.
You know, I can't even remember exactly. I'm trying to do it right, but there was something someone said to me a long time ago. Oh yeah. They said, you know, you set the pace for how you allow people to treat you.
Yep, I've heard that a million times, bro.
Yeah, and I was just like, he was like, yeah, you set the pace for how you allow people to treat you. So how you treat yourself, people watch that, and they will treat you exactly how you're treating yourself. So take some time to be kind to yourself.
Just think about it.
Yeah, think about it and be kind to yourself, right?
How we feeling?
Oh, I'm good, man. My arm went numb a long time ago. It did.
He's like, I don't feel shit, homie.
Water wasn't done a long time ago. I was just over here watching you do your thing, man. Watching the strokes, watching the needle and everything. It's pretty cool.
Kind of a different thing, huh?
Yeah.
You get those weird, I mean, you get to see like how it gets shaped and formed.
Don't tell me that guy again.
Hoping not. Yep, we're dead. Fucking bullshit, man. Let's swipe you down, dog.
Yeah, man.
That motherfucker, dude.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna have enough
That's
time
what.
for
Yeah, I
everybody
know.
to
Yeah.
see.
We'll continue this the
actually-
next time.
Yeah, we'll continue it again. Well, we probably won't do it live though.
Okay. Well, we'll just show them once we're done.
Yeah,
How we digging this so far?
I'm liking it, man. I'm loving it.
Wait till I throw the white in. Wait till I throw everything inside of it, dude. There's gonna be a bunch of shit. Like all of this right here is gonna be changed. It's gonna be a whole lot different. Cause there's gonna be like whites and like grays and like crazy shit like that within inside. So my thing was like, I'm gonna change this motherfucker up. It's gonna be his own.
I love it,
It's
man.
not gonna be anybody else's tattoo. It's just gonna be his.
I love it, man.
So we're not even done with anything down here.
I know. I was just looking at it when it went around. I was like,
no, shit, we got so much stuff I can do
Yeah.
down there, man. Like I told you, this is gonna be like a 6-7 hour piece, bro.
oh yeah,
Like you're in trouble. Suck it.
oh, dude, I'm good.
All right, so put your arm down. Let me see. Take this piece of shit off. All right, how we looking so far?
I like it. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So just in case
That's a
if you
different
guys
interpretation.
haven't seen it yet, this is. Let's see what we're working with over here.
This is how white people work. Just kidding. I'm not white.
This is what it looks like. Still got a little bit more work to do on it and everything, but the battery just died on it. So we're gonna call this segment good for tonight. I'm glad that you guys have fun and tuned in, and Mike's information will be posted down at the bottom.
Yes. Yes.
So,
I'm gonna
the,
do
so
right
the
now.
next time you guys see this piece is going to be a complete piece. We got a lot more work that we're going to be doing, but you guys haven't seen the last of Mike though.
Not at all. He's actually going to be on the Chicken Fox Productions channel
Right.
a couple more times at least.
Oh yeah, because we got to, this man, he has fun doing exactly what he's doing, and if you haven't noticed or not, man, he's really good. He's very, very, very talented. So if you guys are looking to get some artwork done and things like that from a really talented artist, hit him up, man. Hit him up. Let's keep this man busy. Let's keep this man. This man has an incredible future and incredible talent. So let's give him some work.
You guys can throw my info on the bottom too whenever they decide to go in, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to throw a vocal, throw out that real
A
quick.
vocal right now?
Yeah, do
Yeah,
vocal.
and then
All right, so it's Mykk Viduya. So please spell my name right. It's MYKK, no E, just MYKK VIDUYA @gmail.com. And you can look at my Facebook. You can look at all my, just, a lot of my things. Thank you for hanging in with me, man, and like allowing me to be here, man. Thank you.
Man, it was.
Thank
a
you,
pleasure,
my
man.
brother.
Thank you, Mike.
Damn it, right. You fucking know this, man.
We
But
fucking rocked it
hit
again.
me
man.
up, you guys,
Yeah.
man. Let's have fun. Shit.
Let's
Right
have
on.
fun. Let's until next time, man. You guys keep your head up, and that if you guys enjoyed this, leave us a message, share it with some other people, and like I said, whenever you guys get a chance, if you have a man in your life that's going through something right now, go pick them up a journal from the website www.memories2.org, and also we have
Yeah, bro.
we have multicolored bands as well. All of these things go towards helping those men out, take care of bills, take care of daycare, things like that, especially when they're going through an extreme loss. So show your support. Go there, grab one. Even if you don't have anyone in your life like that, grab one for yourself. They're excellent for kids. It's excellent for men and women. Like I said, we got different colors. So yeah, go check it out. www.memories2.org. Huh?
For those of you singles, it makes a good talking point.
Yeah. Excellent talking point. So until next time, you guys keep your head up. Love you. And thank you for tuning in for season 4, our season premiere. Awesome.
Yeah, man.